How many episodes will you make? How many Skip Westcott jokes will be made in pursuit of what you call content? You are the product of everything YouTube fears. Views, likes, subscribers. All that remains is for you to watch as I drag the Papa Pals podcast into oblivion.
Tonight, mate, YouTube is relying on two people to talk about Batman Arkham Knight. And who is it? Who have we got?
We got the magical Skull Ryan and I, MN Stash, ready to dive into this massive game.
The finale of the quadrilogy of Panel Pals, mate. Of the Panel Pals Arkham City.
Rocksteady might be too scared to call it a quadrilogy, but we're not.
Oh,
we are appreciative of our origins.
Rocksteady.
Sorry?
We're calling out Rocksteady.
Yeah, straight off the bat.
Oh, off the bat. Bing, there's one, mate.
We got one already?
Oh.
I'll never forgive them, mate, for not putting Arkham Origins within the Return to Arkham thing.
Yeah, it's seeing as it's like the second best game as well, dude. Why not?
It was probably out of spite, wasn't it? Like these figures came in.
We didn't make this. Red-headed stepchild of the trilogy. You, the Jason Todd of the Arkhams.
Oh my god. I mean, it is. Arkham Knight had some moments where it was like it sort of acknowledged Origins, but it wasn't that concrete. You know, like Firefly mentions Origins, I'm pretty sure.
In a way, I dislike because, like you say, Firefly turns up and he's like, "Yeah, you beat me once, Batman, 10 years ago, but now I'm back." So in 10 years, he's not fought him again. Where's the world building?
It just like. It feels like they maybe thought they had an obligation to do something with it, to the point they were like, okay, what bone can we give them?
So he's been in prison for 10 years.
Maybe he's just a good Samaritan. Maybe he wanted to live out his sentence. Maybe he reformed.
Villain who wants to live out his sentence.
Maybe he had calming fucking measures in place where he just painted fire on a canvas. And that was enough for Firefly.
Because he's so nuts, it took him 10 years to come up with a revenge plan. While everyone else.
And it was literally like, what was his revenge plan? Wasn't it just like putting fire?
And hope Batman finds me.
It was so stupid. Like, he'd get fucking tackled and then punched repeatedly. And he's managed to escape 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Just for padding out the game. He's one of them villains where if he hasn't got his gear, I could handle him. Like, he's a dead victim. So if I were to punch him, he wouldn't just hurt from the punch. I'm punching soft skin. So if he's not got his flamethrower, Firefly's going down like a bitch. I'll say
it's him and maybe fucking the Chief he could take on in a fight. The real villain of Arkham Knight, the Chief.
Chief in there with the pig serial killer, the deadly assassin. Chuck him in. And they put him in
Black Firefly.
They put him in there with Firefly, who he hired to cause all the fires. So now Firefly's got reason, a motive to get him. Yeah, lock him in there with him.
So stupid.
He didn't deserve that. He was just looking out for his mates.
Did anyone actually die as a result of the fake fires?
No, because it was all unlisted buildings and abandoned tenements. One of those.
So who gives a fuck?
One of them says when you save him, he goes, "God, the Chief's such a nice guy. I saw him the other day talking to a burn victim, and I mean, this guy was a real bad victim." And you can see it in Batman's eyes. He's like, "Oh, it's Firefly, isn't it?" But like this poor chief, and Batman's like, "Get in there, scum!"
Yeah. Breaks his fucking arm. Now talk.
Yeah.
Speaking of brutality, this game is fucking brutal, mate. It is brutal.
Ramming men's heads into electric generators.
I do love in the bank.
In the
You can
Batmobile.
literally fucking you can burn Harvey's other side.
I've done more hit and runs in this game than in GTA.
I don't give a shit if you put like a taser effect over it.
Yeah.
Getting hit by a car that fast is gonna kill you.
Even the rubber bullets in the cannon that you can just launch at criminals, dude, they're done. Their organs are done.
And then like even when you interrogate that one guy and you got the wheel on his head, you can go for as long as you want with a giant tank wheel on the guy's skull just revving.
Remember something? He gives you the info as well, and Batman keeps going.
Yeah. Compare that to the Arkham Origins one where the guy's like, "Jingle bells, Batman smells."
Some of the Riddler interrogations are boss though, mate. Where like he'll pick them up and they'll scream like, "You can stay loyal to Riddler, or you can stay in one piece." Dude's like, shit.
They even added an animation for this game where after he chokes them, he puts his other hand like around their crotch and then slams their head into the concrete.
Yeah, mate. Some of them turn back, don't they? Like you have to counter it when they take a swing.
Yeah.
And even then he just chucks on the floor, knee to the throat. So go on, try and talk.
I did like when they had that one cop who was corrupt and you could interrogate him in the precinct. And everyone was like, "Oh, what you doing, Batman?" And he's like, "He works for Enigma. Talk." It was sick. And the guy's like, out of all the people to say, we can work this out, you're going to say to Batman, the guy who's just fucking locked up half the city?
After he's, before you lock him up, he says to you, he goes like, "Listen, Batman, it's getting a bit troublesome out there. If you need someone to talk to, you come to me. I'll be your guy, Batman." And he's glowing green the whole time.
I love how pissed he looks as well, Batman.
Oh, he's fuming this whole game. Did you speak to Jack Ryder, like, when it starts kicking off? Because he's trying to get an interview, and Batman's like, "Get out of the city." No.
I would be pissed too. I can't stand that guy.
I know,
even when he's like, "Bruce Wayne was a wimp back in the city," and he's just staring at him like, "You fucking dog."
His bloody story, the backstory, where like he tells his side of the Deadshot side mission, and he's like, "Batman looked at me, full of hope, and I told him, 'You got this, Batman.'" Fuck off.
Imagine Batman going to Jack Ryder for inspiration.
It's like in the thing, he's like, Batman turns to me, "What do we do, Jack?" It's like, what? He was cowering in the corner while Batman snuck underneath Deadshot, dude.
I do like, though, that within the whole fucking game, Jack Ryder almost dies.
Yeah, and he never once
tried. There was a small moment you think he could die here, and it's like that bit of moment of joy.
So,
what was your favorite?
Oh, go on,
Yeah.
sorry. I was going to say,
I'm gonna
takeaway from the start was so Protocol 10 did dick all, mate. No major supervillains died in that onslaught of missiles and machine gun fire. I would go to say hardly any normal criminals seem to have died, because Gotham's still riddled with these criminals.
Do you know Clown Puncher 1, 2, 3?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you see his kill count? I don't know the exact number.
Of
He did a kill count of the whole fucking Arkham games. He's done like each game, I think. And I couldn't do that shit. No way.
But like Protocol 10, just the Tiger Guards during it are like, there's another 200 inmates dead. And Hugo's like, as we enter the final stages, mate, you've missed Penguin, you've missed Two-Face, you've missed friggin'
He just sent a rocket to the museum for no reason.
When it doesn't work, he goes, oh, do it again. So Hugo's plan ended up being shit, because it didn't work.
I've got the video now. I want to see if he says the exact count of like how many people fucking copped it. Okay, this is up to Protocol 10.
Nice.
Let me.
What a shamble. Not only that, all the survivors seem to have come out of it better, because it seems that if you were in Arkham City after Protocol 10, you get all your criminal record wiped, and you get paid by the city for damages. Because these blokes are just out there.
Mate, so like, literally as you walk out, there's 5 dead people just laying there. There's plus 15. I was like skimming through. It's like
counting corpses.
Yeah, he's going through the whole fucking city. Oh my! Yeah, there's a fucking shit ton.
Well, they seem to respawn for night then, didn't they?
I think there was a total of like over 200 visible deaths in the game.
And not a single supervillain.
No, not even fucking. I mean, Penguin somehow went through Batman and Freeze and came out perfectly fine.
Apparently, Two-Face just walks right past Penguin in Arkham City. Because he's in the stall, isn't he? Next to the way in.
Well, even oh yeah, he'd have to go through at the end. Because the final fight, and I forgot. Catwoman's missions were so shit, I forgot all about it. Even, do you notice this in Night? Not just with Catwoman, but with other characters as well. A lot of the characters sort of got worse.
Yeah,
like Catwoman and Nightwing. Yeah, like Catwoman and Nightwing were worse. Because Catwoman in this game didn't have. I think she had one level that was properly designed for her, where like that had a ceiling for her to fucking climb on. The rest weren't.
She's trapped.
It was the Riddler one.
The whole game just sidelines every one of Batman's allies gets kidnapped at some point in this game.
Mate, Nightwing's downgrade is insane.
Stupid, dude.
Arkham City Nightwing is so much better than Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight Nightwing gets absolutely destroyed by Harley Quinn and the Penguin.
Even like simple shit as basic like changes that just make him a bit more unique. Like it makes him more unique to Nightwing, where his detective vision looked slightly different and it had like a little radar thing. He had, instead of a batarang, it said Wingding. Like just change the name. That's all you had to do.
Wingding.
He had the darts. Remember the darts?
Yes, that went first.
It was so cool. Yeah, it was sick. And then they got rid of all of it. And now he's just like a copy of Batman, basically, but he's athletic.
Yeah, but he's so stick, can't glide.
It's so stupid. Also, they proved that with Harley Quinn, they can make a character not shut up during like normal combat. Yet Nightwing never talks.
He's got one joke the whole game in it, and it's fighting Killer Croc, because Killer Croc smells Batman. And Nightwing pops out a vent and goes, "It's that aftershave," and then that's it.
I like the voice actor. I think they picked a pretty good guy to do the job.
Had he done Nightwing before, like in the animated series?
I don't know if it's the same guy.
Cool callback, considering they've still got Conroy.
I mean, I know we're going to be doing this next time whenever we record, but for like Shattered Dimensions, I do like how it's just filled of all old cast members.
Amazing. Even villains like John DiMaggio's Hammerhead.
Yeah, I was so happy when I heard that. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Even the Harry Osborn actor, doesn't he just do random thugs?
Yeah. And Goblin from Spectacular is Hobgoblin 2099. So it's Steve Blum.
Scott Porter played him. He sounds so familiar.
Got Porter Nightwing in this.
Yeah. But I don't think he's done anything else.
You tell
He was
there's
in...
a character who wasn't just Troy Baker.
What is this blasphemy?
Right? Everyone else is voiced by Troy friggin' Baker.
Mate, he was in... He was in the... No way. Scott Porter was in the new Lego Marvel Avengers movie, Mission Demolition with D-Man.
Oh, D-Man, no way.
He played Iceman and Moon Knight.
Moon Knight? Made from Nightwing to Moon Knight.
He played the Flash in the Suicide Squad game.
Christ.
He played George Stacy in Spidey and His Amazing Friends. My God.
While we're on the subject of voice acting, yeah, obviously we've got Kevin Conroy back. Was he?
In Spider-Man, in Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
Oh.
In the voice actors in this game is fucking class. I love all of them.
Except Harley, I'm afraid.
Yeah. It's the... Oh, she's worse in this one?
I think it was a mistake.
The thing?
Like we said during Arkham City's Harley Quinn's Revenge, why would these men follow her after Joker's dead? She's already proven she's an idiot. Why are they following her? They should have either split off to Penguin or Two-Face's gang, or one of them should have took over. And it's not because it's a woman. I'm not asked that she's a woman. It's that Harley Quinn's a moron, and why would anyone, even a stupid thug, follow it? They were talking in Arkham City, they were talking about, we need to do something about Harley because she's gone nuts, even nuttier than usual, and we're going to get caught in the crossfire. And now in this game, months later, they're still working for her.
Like, there's nothing stopping them. There's no... They even look uncomfortable by it.
Other options for crime bosses. Go work for Black Mask. Go see what Calendar Man's up to. You know what I mean?
I don't really like that Calendar Man just appeared at the very end cutscene for like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, and like same for Zaz. Did you spot Zaz?
Yeah, in the security camera.
You're watching the Arkham Knight kidnap Barbara, and like Zaz is just hanging out, and he's still dressed like Arkham Asylum.
Does he ever shower?
He's not touched. Bait. In Arkham City, where you find him in that like watery, the pump station or something, that's the closest he's been to water for 2 years.
Yeah. All his cuts are probably just infected now.
Dirty bugger.
The other, like, Jonathan Banks as Commissioner Gordon in this.
Oh, dude, from Breaking Bad.
From Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's all I can hear. Is just his character.
When he goes like, "She's my daughter, damn it."
She's everything I got.
It's good.
Did you like Batman and Gordon's sort of like relationship and confliction within the game?
Well,
do you think it was like deserved?
No, because just like with Robin, I don't feel like Batman has any friends in this game. Like, looking at the Arkham games, in Asylum he's friendly with Jim, and then in City he doesn't speak to him. And then suddenly in this
in
one...
Asylum, they have like a book club almost.
They've got one in Asylum.
They probably have a book club together.
Yeah, like at least they get on in Asylum. Like they greet each other when he walks in.
Long night, Jim.
Yeah, so that bit's fine. But then in City, he should have been in City more, is my problem, to build up this relationship. But he's definitely...
It's still like, City always bothers me with just how in the DLC Batman is depressed over the Joker.
Oh no, it's
Like,
ridiculous. Can we get into that then? That is by far my least favorite part of this game. Not the
is the
Joker.
Joker. Oh.
The Joker being there is fantastic. It's this stupid idea that the Joker's somehow infected people. Like,
Well, it
if
completely undoes the entire point of the cure.
yeah. So even if Joker had got that cure, he'd have still died then. If I say I gave my kidney to like my brother wouldn't start turning into me. That's not how that works. So how come Joker's blood has infected 5 people?
And it's weird that like each one's got a characteristic of the Joker, but then one of them just desperately wants to sleep with Batman. And that's like the characteristic. It's like, okay. so a part of the Joker's fucking DNA is that he wants to sleep with Batman.
Like the thing about Batman turning into the Joker, that's stupid as well. But they could have kept it in with just the fear toxin, I think, if they'd have just made it so instead of him literally being infected, he's worried that he's going a bit loopy himself because of all the shit he does as Batman. Right?
But also, there's like, this fear toxin batch must be pretty fucking good if it can basically shift a man's entire identity and appearance into the Joker. Because, like, basically, didn't the fear gas really cause the change?
It like speeds it up, definitely, doesn't it?
Because his eyes turn green. Remember the in the blimp?
Yeah.
It's like, so what do you have in this fear toxin?
Yeah, that's bringing this shit out so like extra. In the novel, he's working with him. I'm going back to novelizations. In the novelization, Scarecrow says this was all Joker's plan to infect you with.
No way.
Oh yeah. He mentions how this was part of the plan, and he knows. While in the game, Scarecrow's like, when Batman starts going nuts, Scarecrow's like, "What the fuck?" I thought he'd just start
He's
trying.
like, there's something different.
He's terrified of it. Like, shit.
But what would that look like in that scene, you know, where he imagines shooting someone? I wonder what that looks like to Scarecrow.
Yeah. Scarecrow just stood back up, didn't he? And he's still looking at the ground. Batman makes like a finger gun motion, just goes.
Falls down. Because, like, it may not, like, okay, story-wise, it was one of the worst parts, probably.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But visually and gameplay, it was one of the coolest, because I loved when, as it got on, how either billboards or, like, that giant statue would turn into the Joker. Like, you know, when the lightning would strike? And it's like for that split second with the lightning, the giant like statue, like that looks like the Statue of Liberty. It flashed the Joker's face, and like that's so cool.
That's what I mean. They've got it could have been so cool, but instead the story they gave us with this infecting Joker and this half baked under the red hood bullshit just doesn't work. It was just crap. I just wanted a cool Scarecrow story, but no.
I think that's... Here we go. Sorry, I just switched my microphone over. Does that sound any better?
It sounds about the same, yeah.
I think that what they should have done is that just the fear toxin sort of... Instead of changing him completely, it just made him fucking hallucinate all the time. Like how it did, but gets rid of the whole element of he's going to turn into the Joker.
Yeah.
I think it should have just gone as far as...
Instead of literally turning into the Joker, if he was turned into just another, like, a Joker-like figure, like just a lunatic, and that's what he was worried about, that would have been a bit better, wouldn't it?
You're like, yeah, just like have it so the fear gas is that strong that throughout the entire game he just keeps hallucinating the Joker. Then there's no subplot of like him fully turning into the Joker. It's more like, can I please get this fucker away from me?
The actual idea of bringing Joker back as this constant, like, devil on his shoulder. That's brilliant.
It's
I
so
love
funny.
that bit. That is boss him commenting on everything you do and every villain you face. Best bit
I
of the
wish
game.
they should have done it for the DLC. I was so upset to the fact they didn't have
Yeah.
that.
No mention on like how the freezers ended up or something.
Even like Freeze, Killer Croc, Mad Hatter. There's no like dialogue at all.
Crap in it. Because
What
they
was
get
your-
dialogue for the actual villains for the DLC got dialogue for if you defeat them before or after
Yeah.
the ending. But they'll say different stuff, so you could have just put Joker back in the chair for a minute.
I mean, like, I guess Mark Hamill's probably just fed up at that point. But
It's tired for
because this game's so massive, I'm just trying to think. Do we maybe go over like our favorite side mission first, then properly go into the story? Because there's so much in this fucking
It's an
game.
awful lot. Yeah, sure.
We'll do the. What is your favorite DLC side mission?
Story-wise, I do like the Freeze one. But then again, no,
Did you
because
like how-
the stories, they were all pretty good actually. Like the Mad Hatter one was great with the visuals. The Killer Croc one
Yeah,
had
the
like the
book
only
was
boss
sick.
fight in the game. And least favorite I'd probably say was Ra's al Ghul or Ra's
It's
al
pretty
Ghul.
weird. Do you kill Raish or do you not? Like, which one did you
I-
pick?
Chose to side with Niesa, or however you pronounce that. Why can't I pronounce this?
I think
Because
that makes more sense though.
yeah, because if you don't, it's just a sad ending. If you side with Ra's al Ghul, that's it. He's just back in business as a super terrorist.
Doesn't Nissa die or something if you?
Yeah, she dies, so she's now down all his daughters. But it's like in my mind, mate. It was like Batman Begins. It's like I'm not killing him. I'm just not saving him.
Well, plus it's like, didn't even Alfred make the point of, is it really killing this man if
He's been alive
basically
1,000
dead?
years.
Yeah, he's escaped death that many times.
And there's a fantastic bit of dialogue if you choose to take Raish back to GCPD when you put him on like his dying hospital.
Yes.
Proud of you. So it's like, oh, that's good writing that you miss
That's
out on.
that's
If
when
he's
Batman realized he's like, shit.
yeah, he knows what needs to be done, but still,
He
that's
can't
the
be
way.
fully proud. He didn't bang his daughter.
No, he did at least once bang his daughter.
But he didn't get the other one.
No. Yeah, bang my lesbian daughter, Batman. What was your favorite? Else?
It's sort of like proud of you, but Nissa though, you fucked up with that one, Batman. He just looks at Raish like,
oh, lesbian.
Batman, there's still time. I can get the body of my daughter. I can go into the body like in Batman Beyond, and I can give you one more chance.
Okay, detective, here's the plan. I'll go into Nia's body and unlock the door.
But wear the Adam West suit. That's perfect for the situation.
Where they had the wetsuit with the weird stain.
Get the Riddler involved as well. It's a must. I mean, like,
to the orphanage, detective.
oh god, so the end. That's when they get banned. That's probably how they got banned. It's like the officer's like, okay, Mr. West, we were fine before, but you taking to the orphanage is just a bit too much.
He is my hero.
Well, I see, like, the race story, I think, had great sets. In like the hospital was cool to explore, and then you got to see like all the victims from Paulie's diner.
Yeah, they died, even though I didn't shoot any of them.
So I guess they just canon that someone eventually got them. I think Killer Croc was probably my favorite because you got to team up with Nightwing.
Yeah, mate, as I say, it's like the only boss fight in the game, isn't it?
I do like when Nightwing's like, "You're not gonna make me carry him, are you?" Because fucking poor Tim in the story, what a bastard he was.
Without the king, it's like Batman's like, "You take him,
Every
Harley. You take him."
He made his life hell. Tim got shafted so badly in that.
I feel like this Batman's he's not even like a Robin to him. He's just like his little helper.
Skip Westcott would treat him nice.
Oh,
More better than Batman. We got that one Skip Westcott mention. Let's go.
done and dusted. Micah Sin. Where's
Micah Sin was. Oh, he could have been in Iron Heights in one of the cells, probably.
He could have been with Croc. What's talking about Croc's redesign?
I mean, like, story-wise, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it looks good.
Oh god, no! He's like got a pot belly. It's like Gollum from Lord of the Friggin' Rings. He's not threatening.
Like,
he's not scary anymore. He's just weird.
He feels like someone the Punisher would run into, like on a random road trip that he has to kill. But yeah, it's just like it's a bit too weird. It's like if Dan Slott and the Lizard fucked and had a child, that would be the result.
I do like how he walks on all fours though, because now he is
Yeah.
pure beast. He's not the killer Croc we've been fighting this whole time. He's lost.
Oh,
And he's
but how
lost
cool as well was it? You know when you do the beatdowns?
Yeah.
And then you just see Nightwing and Batman just
Ah, they go so
hammers of
well.
justice.
The Mr. Freeze DLC has the coolest death screen in the entire series, dude.
Oh, it was sick though when what's the face? Nora was like, time was never on our side.
Yeah, it's proper like heartfelt, and it's finally an ending that fits for the characters.
Yeah, it makes sense. And you can finally she's not in a block of ice.
Yeah, she's loose.
The Arkham City inmates are crying.
The one in
They're all
Arkham
ready
City
to risk
was
it.
that Fiona Wilson, but frozen over, you know. It was the same character model.
But they're all ready to risk it all in Arkham City.
But it's the one if Freeze walks in on you. Shit. With his wife. Yeah.
Just the hole in the bloody ice cube, mate. He'd be
That's what I
fuming.
was to say, like, I forgot to mention it in Arkham City. But in Arkham City with Mr. Freeze, when Harley steals that cure, and then Batman's like, the steel mill's going to be locked down, getting in won't be easy. And Freeze is like, perhaps I could help. And then he gives you the freeze grenade, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's
What
like,
if instead Freeze was like, I'll help. He gears up, and you and
yeah, it's
Batman and
do
Freeze doesn't.
something.
Yeah. That boss
Could
fight
you
with like
imagine?
Clayface Joker, but Mr. Freeze has got your back. Yeah.
It would be over in 2 seconds. It's like it'd actually be just easy. But
That would've
Batman
been
in this
sick.
Arkham Batman hates like anything to do with teamwork.
Yeah, genuinely, he despises his friends. Unless you're Alfred or Lucius Fox, you're not getting a nice word spoken to you. You'd rather
They're the
team up
only
with
ones deserving.
Ivy than Robin in this game.
He's more nicer to fucking. It's just because he wants to shag her properly.
Oh, defo, dude. That's why he mourns
you-
Oracle. Bro.
It's like if Tim died, he wouldn't give a shit.
I
If
trained you
Tim
better.
died, he'd be like the Oracle. So you're lonely. She just hangs up the fucking call. Or we might as well talk. How could they make that mistake of getting the wrong Robin to date Oracle?
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's so weird. It's like his
Even
big
they
brother.
I'm pretty sure they like admitted that it was a mistake.
It's so stupid.
Did no one like say on that team, "Hey, this is wrong"? Did no one?
We get a clue master mention, but no one mentions spoiler, and she's always been Tim's back girl to me.
It's what it's. I feel like supposed to be in
Yeah.
a perfect world. Not this Oracle thing. It's so weird. Like Tim's usually just a kid.
That's what I mean. I'm used to Tim being like half Oracle's height,
Even
and then being this.
I used
And
to
the
do a
married
shit
as
ton
well.
of the.
They get married because in the DLC, where Tim fights
Oh yeah, they
Two-Face,
do. Yeah,
they mention they've come home from the honeymoon early.
yeah, and Nightwing's fuming. Even I used to do
He's got
the.
that Chinese woman, doesn't he? Whose name I've forgotten.
Oh, in the landlord.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name? Yeah, that's Nightwing's new bed now. Even though he keeps
Nightwing.
threatening to marry Barbara, but it's not happening.
Bridget Clancy, let's go.
Clancy, that was it. And when he first meets her and like she's stood next to a ginger, and he thinks, oh,
Yeah.
it's obviously the redhead who's got the Irish accent.
Yeah, and then she's got it. Yeah. Because I used to do the shorts for
Yeah.
Arkham Knight. So
Oh,
here
yeah.
I got in Iron Heights, Gorilla Grodd has a cell.
Yeah, which he
In
labeled Gorilla Garage.
Gorilla Grodd. in case you he lost his cell.
Iron Heights is the Flash series' Arkham base. Well, Blackgate. It's his equivalent. It's the big super prison where all the rogues go. But
Of
all we get
course
is
it would.
Gorilla Grodd.
But if it was to fall into a river, of course it'd be into Gotham's.
I know, mate, but imagine if halfway through Arkham Knight it gets hijacked by like Mirror Master. Like Scarecrow's plot just gets overrun because the rogues are in town, and Batman's like, shit.
You
There's
see
a real...
like the iceberg, but it's Captain Cold instead of Mr. Freeze.
Instead of Firefly lighting all the buildings on fire, heat waves turned up. Shit. Batmobile's
Oh really?
mirrors.
It would have been cool if they just had other characters that weren't necessarily Batman villains.
True. If it's a
Like,
big
I liked
long wasteland, you get Lex Luthor's message, don't you?
Yeah, Lex Luthor. You get like arrows, Green Arrows, like tower.
Yeah. There's that board
Like-
in the GCPD for John Jones. Where
Yeah.
is he? Where is he? He could
I
solve
got it
the
here
crisis.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got like
No.
in Robin's DLC, you can find Nora's cryo tank.
Can you? Nora freezes. Oh yeah, cryo.
Yeah, like her
obviously.
cryo tank is just sitting there.
Why
You
would
can
Two-Face
find like,
do that?
well, you can even find Hush's necklace in I think Professor Pig's room.
Oh, so do you reckon
Which
they team
is-
up? Because they're both
Well, I mean-
surgeons.
Well, they share the same line of work.
Well, all the therapists have teamed up in this to kill Batman, haven't they? Harley Quinn, Scarecrow, Hugo Strange,
Maybe-
Shredder.
Maybe he has like a vendetta against therapy,
must-
just because
he
he's so like in freaking
Fuck,
denial. One probably
Even
said like,
Iceman
you need
Arkham.
therapy. Oh,
What
mate.
else?
Okay. Do you remember the coolest Easter egg, in my personal opinion, from this game?
Go ahead.
A part of the Batgirl DLC?
The
Starro
matter-
the Conqueror?
Oh, mate, yeah, he's just sat there, the creepy.
But he follows you? Like, the eye follows you, and that terrifies me.
Boss, mate.
If
That was a good
that
DLC.
bastard got out.
A lot of them, other than Matter of Family and the 4 villain ones, a lot of the DLCs were just challenge maps, weren't they? Like
Yeah,
Two-Face.
Arkham Knight was. No, no,
Red
Arkham
Hood
Knight.
was cool.
Nightwing's was. Nightwing was. Just challenge maps.
Yeah.
I did hate, though, that, like, one, it was, like, 30 minutes long. Two, Aaron Cash is like, maybe we should change the symbol on the signal to like Nightwing, and he's like, this isn't permanent, sorry. I'm like, what? What? You're gonna quit?
Cow, dude.
If it's like, so he's not even gonna be Nightwing anymore?
Kidding, innit?
It's shocking. It's so stupid. You know, Swamp Thing also has an Easter egg in this game. Oh, I just realized Arkham Knight is a glorified TASM 1, the game, where it has all these Easter eggs.
I I spotted the Swamp Thing one, and I was surprised that it wasn't even a riddle. So it was just put there because whoever designed it loves DC Comics.
Yeah, they needed more of those people.
Yes, his little bench in the Botanical Gardens.
And then the John Constantine's Easter egg as well. The condemned building.
Ooh, and like Zatanna's shop.
There's a Blue Beetle Easter egg, I'm pretty sure, as well.
Excuse me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy quilt.
Crazy quilt laundromats. That's a boss one like that. Or the Royal Flush Gang poker dens.
Or you can even find Zaz's victims as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can.
Did you ever turn on the TV?
What TV? The one in like under the studios where that was going to be his
there's
base.
One where where Zaz has them fishing.
Yeah.
There's a TV next to them, and with that device you can turn it on, and it's just like a rainbow cat, I think. Or something weird like that.
Zaz is into some weird stuff.
Oh, I'm so sorry to announce this, but Killer Moth was killed.
Nah, we never got it, mate. We never got him in the show.
In the Red Hood story pack, it says one of Black Mask's men mentions that Killer Moth was taken out by the Red Hood.
But then, mate, in the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League prequel comic, Drury Walker gets admitted to Arkham Asylum. It's
just all over the place, isn't it?
But also, as I've had an epiphany before, in that very comic, Harley Quinn helps the Scarecrow escape Arkham because Scarecrow's still a bit terrified, even though it's been like 5 years. Harley helps him get dressed and grabs him by the hand and follows him out. This is the man who killed Poison Ivy, your best mate. So why are you being so friendly towards him, Harley? He's right. Yeah, they mates, they don't care.
They should. I think the whole Suicide Squad thing should be burned.
Absolutely. Don't even reference it, mate. Arkham Shadows just come out, and that's the most recent Arkham thing now. I feel like
it baffles me
to get people's minds off Suicide Squad.
Mate, why would they make that a VR exclusive? It makes zero sense.
It's ridiculous.
We've been waiting years.
It's 6 hours long as well, so you could have just sold it a discounted price.
Do you feel like they could do it, or is it too difficult?
No, I think you could easily just port the game technician, but it can't be that.
You're just gonna up the graphics a lot and then just
make it
change it.
And you've got the engine there, don't you? So it's the same basic counter and combat stuff, just in VR.
Just copy Knight.
Yeah, I think. Speaking of
Origins, if you have to.
If I were to write Batman comics, I think I would use the Gotham from the Arkham series, in it. Arkham City's Gotham felt like Gotham to the bone. And this one, it's not as good. It's a bit more brighter and high-techy in it.
It is weird that it's all islands, though. It just...
Yeah.
It doesn't look that... I mean, it doesn't really look that way from City or Asylum when you look out.
Yeah, it's very separated. I think this is only half of Gotham anyway, and there's a bit more in the mainland.
City's blocked off, and I think there's another area that's blocked off.
Oh, that was
Wayne Manor's still blocked off.
To revisit, you can see City and the Asylum in the distance. I wanted to revisit it in some way. If you'd have had a night fight where he was just chasing him through City, that would have been sick.
That could have been a good send-off, though. Maybe Scarecrow takes place in Asylum makes sense.
The fact that the Asylum's only in a cutscene at the end is bullshit.
Yeah, I want to explore that shit.
Yeah, I wanted to see how it's been abandoned and explore it. There is that challenge map in the hospital bit, but that's not enough.
Yeah, that's just reusing the asset. It doesn't even count.
Exactly.
So, what would you say? We've done the DLC side missions. What was your favorite Arkham episode?
Red Hood, I think. Just there is no silent takedowns. There's just take that.
He's fun to play as.
The hood rolls in, dude.
Do you like his costume though?
Yeah.
I always thought the actual helmet looked a bit odd.
Yeah.
Like it had like a beak to it.
Well, yeah, but then you can change it, can't you? You can play as the knight.
It looks a bit weird. Could you imagine like you know that like the militia challenge maps?
Yeah.
You dress up as Arkham Knight, just taking down the entire crew.
Yeah. I think there's one line of dialogue I think's really cool in the Red Hood DLC, where one of the thugs is like the last one, and you're demanding where Black Mask is, and he goes, "You can't kill me. You can't kill me." And he goes, "Do I look like Batman to you?" He's got like the gun to his chin. The guy's shitting himself.
Where the end is like, "Say hi to Joker for me," as he just kills Black Mask.
Mugged off again. Just like in the whole Arkham franchise, he cannot catch a break.
Red Hood's overpowered because like his quick fire weapon is literally just guns.
It's just takes him right down, dude.
But I mean, the Red Hood one probably is the best. But if I had to pick a different one, I'd probably go Robin's story because I liked the ideas they set up. They just didn't explore it enough nor properly.
Like a Robin without a Batman.
Like you know how he was insecure during that entire thing.
Yeah, like he's got to intimidate the thug, and like he knows the thug will be like, "It's only Robin."
Yeah, so then he pushes his head through the window and he's like dangling him, almost going into the fucking lava pit. Even like when Barbara's like, "You're not him," and he's like getting all moody.
Yeah,
I liked that sort of part of it where it sort of explores what does he have to do now that he's basically in charge.
It's an interesting idea, isn't it? Like what we said with City, where now there's a Batman without a Joker, and we get to explore that world. Now we get to see the Bat family without Batman. Like, how did he get on?
Like Red Hood had it the best, I think. He just went. He went about business.
Stop him, did he? Normally with Red Hood, he's going guns blazing, and Batman turns up to save the Joker's life.
It's like Venom 2, the movie, where it's like there's no Spidey to stop him from eating Carnage's head.
Yeah, so he just does it.
Yeah, it's like
keeping them alive.
All those comic fans that have read like Maxim Carnage and shit like that goes like, oh, so that's what it would have been like.
Heaven help me, can I do it? Venom's already swallowed him.
He's gone, mate. I mean, like, Two-Face was cool as well, part of the Tim Drake mission. Plus, you get 2 guns, bitch. The man himself.
He's back in business. The actual Two-Face side mission in Night itself was very rushed.
Yeah, it just felt like
but you can
need something.
The second Alfred says, "Oh, Two-Face's men are hitting the bank," you can go and do the entire Two-Face side story.
There was a lot of things that felt like they needed to fill up time.
Yeah, like super terrorist Scarecrow is holding Gotham hostage, but like we've got time to go stop Firefly as well. There's not enough time in the night, as we know from Arkham games anyway. But a lot of it is just busy work.
Did you like the Batgirl DLC?
Yeah, it was
minus Bald Robin.
Yeah, because it gave us classic Harley Quinn costume.
Yeah, that suit was really tight.
We finally got a real Joker boss fight.
We did? And it wasn't even Batman?
Yeah, is this the only time we fight actual normal Joker in the Arkham series?
Yeah, it is.
Because he's not huge Titan. He's not secretly Clayface. This is the showdown.
It was nice seeing like Joker and Harley actually act like Joker and Harley for once.
Yeah, but when he holds her hostage to escape, that's classic Mr. J, that thing.
And it also like doesn't it set up the whole like Batgirl saves commissioner newspapers?
Yeah. It also sets up Penelope Young
Which part?
in like the audio files or something on the Matter of Family DLC. There's like it's Joker's just starting his Titan formula plot. I think that's how he killed the little girl whose dad was building the theme park.
Oh, that was so depressing.
Yeah.
It's Joker though. It's proper Joker.
It's gonna, mate.
The worst Arkham episode that I think Rocksteady should have paid us to play was the Catwoman one.
Oh, defo.
The levels
at the end.
The designs were shit. The missions weren't fun.
Was alright, and then the actual combat was just garbage.
I mean, like the only good thing is that like it's the Riddler getting shit on again. Like, yeah, I'll take it.
That bit was funny where he's on the phone to like he's speaking to Aaron Cash in the background because he thinks he's on the phone to his lawyer when he's controlling his robots to kill a Catwoman. He's got to keep turning around and being like, "No, I'll defend myself."
No, I never replay that one. I just tuck it away, just never again.
Yeah.
So then, what would you say? Favorite overall normal side mission? There's a lot to choose from.
We've got Penguin, Two-Face, Firefly. This isn't the order. This is just me refreshing on what they are.
I'll see if I can get the list then. Maybe we just can go through them, I guess.
Penguins was quite good, I thought, because as you say, you're teaming up with Nightwing, and it was some good old Batman and Robin action. Two-Faces, as I say, you just speed through. But they are good because you can just loud take down everyone. And there's a lot of stuff to interact with in the bank.
I do like the duality of even Two-Face's personalities clashing over the intercom.
Yeah, when he's trying to get your sympathy after you beat his goons by like going back and telling you his backstory. Like, do you remember how we were going to team up and take down the mob? Do you remember what happened to me?
I love when he switches like voices. I got the list up here. So,
oh yeah, good.
Line of Duty we've basically covered with the.
Yeah, you save a bunch of firemen.
It is like
ones because you don't have the Batmobile at the end.
I still think it's good enough where you just like you're gliding around and think, oh, okay, I'm gonna stop this group.
You just heard him talking shit like, yeah, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill you now. Batman.
If Batman doesn't come in 2.5 seconds, you're gonna be dead. I swear you're gonna be dead. If Batman doesn't get here right now, you're gonna be. I said if Batman.
Yeah. What do you mean, Batman? You know, it's like Bender's dialogue. You know, Batman. It's got the ears. Ears.
It says like a random like Jewish line or something.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Jump in and kick ass.
Batman, glop. Did I just say glop? Oh, the perfect crime. I fucking love that one.
Boss, dude. You can find one of them very first thing if you go to the bridge.
It keeps like
you control.
Throughout the entire side mission, it feels either eerie or just really unnerving.
Yeah. The whole like just finding a mutilated corpse at random. You hear the music gliding around and you're like, oh shit.
I mean, I was still, I mean, I'm still young, but I was still like really young when this game came out. And I remember when like the Professor Pig part used to scare the shit out of me. Like not like when I was a kid and the Killer Croc mission would give me nightmares, but more in like this is really disturbing type of scary.
Yeah, when the Dollartron gets back up after you've already took it down. You know,
there's even just something eerie about like the parlor before you go into like more of the dungeon area. Just the pink room itself is something weird about it. And then him singing, just oh god.
And I think it's cool as hell though when Batman throws the knives back at him. It always hits him with the hilt.
You're telling me each time he perfectly threw the knife so it wouldn't just slice his face?
Literally, dude, just because he's Batman, he's got it.
He can defy any law of physics. Does not matter to Batman. Up next, it says, "Yeah, sorry."
Bullseye versus Batman, mate.
If it's Arkham Batman, no one's got a chance.
That's it.
Unless it's Harley Quinn, apparently.
Of course.
Are you done with your bad stand-up routine? Next up, Riddler's Revenge.
The actual helping Catwoman portions are cool. I don't even really mind the racetracks. It's not very Riddler, but, you know, they've got the Batmobile. It's just the trophies again.
It's like, how do I cheat in a racetrack? It's like, how am I cheating? You let me go again if I fail. How am I cheating?
Yeah, you finally do it on like your 7th go, and Riddler's like, what? Impossible. You should have died. You're like, I did 6 times.
It's like, you let me get the car out of the water and try again.
The Riddler robots are a bit annoying.
I didn't think though, but even in general, I think way too many Riddler trophies in this one.
Yeah. There's only about
it's an absurd amount.
City as well, but because the city's so big this time around, like, what is it, 3 times the size of Arkham City?
It's just brain numbing. Like, it's so fucking, like, I can't be bothered.
There's like a funny complaint. The map is too specific. Like, the map will lead you right to a riddle's answer or right to the trophy. There's no looking around. You know,
well, also, like, it's pretty weird how distinctive each island is. Like, it feels like different, like a different city almost, just when you cross a bridge.
Yeah. And why is Miyagani Island not the one with Chinatown? The word Miyagani sounds very Chinatown-y to me.
I mean, like, the only thing the Gotham had going for it was just it looked really nice.
Yeah, like I say, it does look cool. And I think comics probably... How cool would it be reading a Batman comic and, like, he's investigating some casino or something? And you can go to that casino and have a look at it in Arkham Knight, the game. Wow.
That's what they promised us in Origins, though, didn't they? They're like, in this game, like during E3 or something, they're like, you can go to any building, and then you couldn't go to any building.
Is my alibi from anything else Batman, or is that just from Arkham Origins?
Do they continue that in Shadow?
They mention it.
Shadow, did they use Arkham Origins map again?
I don't think so, no. I think they remade the whole prison, but there's now an Arkham Ward.
But do they use, like, the, I thought I saw, like, at the start, the museum area, like, outside?
I think it's a different entrance you go through, I think, but there is a museum bit where you're looking into Bolton, the warden's, like, before you fight the warden, basically, he's looking at his trophy room full of his weapons his fellas use. Oh, my alibi was created by Chuck Dixon? No way.
The goat himself.
The weapon. He's so good at Bat Family stuff, dude. Even, like, his Robin series was boss.
Yeah, he did the definitive Tim Drake run, the definitive Nightwing run, and one of the best Batman runs. He did Birds of Prey as well. I liked his Birds of Prey stuff, to be honest.
Nice.
We got Occupy Gotham. They were the watchtowers controlling the skies.
Some of them
were alright.
Stop and think for a minute.
It wasn't that bad.
Stuff? I didn't ask you what you thought of Riddlers.
I thought the race, like, some of them were just a bit absurd. Like I said, too many Riddler trophies and fucking riddles.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel rewarding. Like a giant mech fight with the Riddler, it just felt a bit weird.
Yeah.
The best part was, like, giving him brain damage.
Yeah. I would have loved to have stopped Riddler first, but then I found out you can only get every Riddler trophy after the big attack on the GCPD, which is literally the second to last level. And I want to see the villains panicking as they're getting attacked. You know what I mean? I want to fill the cage up a bit more. So New Game Plus, I'll get middle of first.
Yeah, the New Game Plus would be the way to go, right? Because you'd have all the things done.
Yeah.
New Game Plus is like the best way to play the game because you just got everything. You got all the Riddler trophies, all the upgrades. You could do whatever you want. What else there is Armed and Dangerous? Like the overall, like if we just put all the malicious stuff into one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think it was alright. It was fine. Some were a bit tedious. I hated those stupid turrets.
Yeah,
that pissed me off.
All over the place. Some of them did make me stop and think, like, well, what am I meant to do here? I kept forgetting I had the remote hacking device. So, like, I'd jump down, take out 2 goons, get shot half to death, and I'd have to swing away. And then I'd be like, oh,
it was like Spider-Man Noir on Shadow Dimensions with when you get caught.
Yeah, and even though you're Spider-Man, you can't just fight them. You've got to run away. You kidding me?
Yeah, and then Madam Web gave Ultimate Spider-Man the symbiote because he's weak. Give this guy the fucking symbiote. He takes damage if you punch a guy with a gun. He needs the symbiote.
No, Peter's dead cool as well normally. He's got
I do like that when he
can't use.
But when Madam Web's like, I made your web stronger so you can swing on them.
Yeah,
because he's like, whoa, thanks.
They spew out in the comic, don't they? He doesn't web sting, he just like coats the place with it.
Because they're organic?
Oh, yeah, mate.
What else? Did you like those bombs in the roads? Remember it was just like an excuse for a massive tank battle?
Yeah, the first like 3 I liked, but then when I'm on my 19th and I'm using the power winch to generate a controlled explosion again, he's saying the same line of dialogue again. I'm like, okay, Batman, just do it, dude.
I did think, like, you remember in the Mr. Freeze DLC at the end? It was just like a fucking massive horde of these tanks, and they just didn't stop coming, mate. It was a nightmare. You just know the guy who like made that entire like aspect of the game was like, yeah, fuck all the people that hate the tanks, and just started spamming it.
Bill, take this.
Yeah.
If you die during that raid, mate, Mr. Freeze in his death scene says to you, he goes, I will avenge you, Batman, for you would do the same for me. And
They're best buddies.
The Freeze Batman team up needs to happen, mate.
Little action, especially after the way he treated him in City, mate. He deserves a bit of kindness.
Yeah. So Batman dies during the Mr. Freeze side mission, and then Mr. Freeze has to go and do like the tank battles and shit. They could give him his tank from Batman and Robin.
Mr. Freeze has to fight Scarecrow.
Yeah, mate. He keeps trying to fear gas him, but he's got his visor up, so it's just not smelling it.
Oh, they should have been like, they should have been a Freeze DLC. Screw Batgirl, screw Catwoman.
Instead of Harley Quinn, mate, it's Mr. Freeze.
Harley Quinn's DLC makes 0 sense because she's a normal human who can, for some reason, like leap absurdly high buildings, and then all these police officers are useless.
Yeah, they've got guns and everything.
Mate, it's a Jack in the Box, and you know that Harley Quinn's in the building. Shoot the thing. Don't walk up to it. It's so stupid, man.
This is where the Harley wanking got a bit extreme.
Yeah, so she takes out a whole precinct of officers and then knocks out Nightwing. It's like, what are we doing?
Poison Ivy, who's one of the most powerful. So the least powerful ladies took down an army.
It's so stupid.
The most it's ridiculous. And then Poison Ivy goes, no, I'm not helping Scarecrow.
The best part was when Penguin tried to get Harley on the payroll.
He's gagging for her, mate, but she's not having it.
How much love? Not for sale. What did you think of what's next? Creature of the Night. What a banger.
Oh yeah, before we jump into that, the APC chases were cool. Just because it was a car.
I love the slow-mo.
Batman.
Whenever you knocked one out and everything would slow down, and you just see the car go flying.
Yeah, mate. And the music.
I'd actively
bash when you do it at the end.
But like, would you? I don't know if you did this, but when I was doing the car chases, I'd wait for my last hit for me to knock them instead of like shoot a rocket.
Like
because it looks cooler in the slow-mo. Because you can like full on like if you get up to their side and just do that shift to the right or left, you see their car just go flying.
That's nuts. I'd have loved to be able to like eject out and like smash up. You know what you can do to other cars?
Oh yeah, like land on it.
If you could glide up, land on it, and like drag them out in person, that would have been sick as well. But I think that's my favourite militia one.
It was cool as well because like you could just be driving and you see one fly by.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, boost.
It just gave like it gave it a bit more like of a dynamic world feel to it.
Yeah. So
but
creature
speaking of,
yeah,
that gave it a real dynamic feel, didn't it? I remember first playing that jump scare was horrifying. Yeah. Do you like when Joker does it later on?
Yeah, I sensed that. This on my most recent playthrough, I sensed it like something about when I grappled to the building. Like the camera went like a little bit too much underneath Batman, and I thought this will be that Joker one, and it was. You can kind of force the Man-Bat one as well if you wait until Riddler finishes his speech about coming to the orphanage, and then you grapple to like one of the nearest buildings. It's always Man-Bat.
I love like the compilations of YouTube videos of just people getting scared. I mean, I don't blame them because it's like actually horrifying.
Yeah, it does fucking take it. But
I think
we jump scare back.
Sorry,
we jump scare him right back, don't we? You fly at him and just grab him, mate. You can get infest as well. Like if you're going to detective mode, you can find him flapping around before he jump scares.
Yeah, that's cool as though.
You get him instead, mate. See how he likes it.
But it's crazy that this like Batman's just a normal guy and he's gliding that high in the sky. Why am I rhyming? And then it just tackles this fucking giant bat monster and dives straight to the ground.
Yes,
he's not human.
Mate. It's not even like an what's that Spider-Man thing where like he makes sure he lands first because whoever lands first is done. Like
Batman doesn't give a shit.
The Creature of the Night one had probably the best story of the side missions because this is Batman's encounter, isn't it?
Well, I think overall as well, the game had a really good. It wasn't a horror, but it had a horror feel to it.
It was creepy tinged.
Yeah, throughout the entire game almost, and I think that Creature of the Night had the best sort of, besides maybe the Professor Pig one, like going to his lab and seeing everything destroyed and the way that the video kept replaying was like, they created such good tension throughout the entire game like that.
When the game first come out, I had no idea what it was meant to do to make the cure. But this time I noticed you don't want to touch the coloured ones.
You're making Spider-Man's DNA from the Sam Raimi movie.
It's like it keeps going down. I was just flipping and hoping, praying it'd work. But this time I got it. I was like,
There's a lot of like tedious sort of things like that.
Like scanning the bomb dudes to see who's got the bomb.
The voice synthesizer, you had to get the pitch and speed right. Oh. The bombs one from Mad Hatter trying to like the joystick doesn't even work half the time. It's got Gotham on fire, but we basically covered that one, didn't we?
Can you believe that this fella just happened to turn himself into a big human vampire bat not only on Halloween night, also on the night every other villain wants to fight Batman. That's good timing. If he'd have waited one day, no one could have stopped him because there was no more Batman.
He would have been flying around. Was he even doing anything? Was he harming anyone?
No, he was just flying around, and Batman was like, "Not in my city. These are my skies." You never want to see him
This
attack
sky
him.
ain't big enough for the two of us.
On the flip side, in the cartoon, the Batman, that Man-Bat is a menace.
I think in all the shows he's done so well.
He's always a threat. And while we're on it, the fellow who voices him, the fellow who voices Kirk Langstrom in The Batman 2004, is the same voice as the Mad Hatter from the Arkham series.
No way, that creepy little bastard.
Yeah, it comes back.
I hate the gravel in his voice. Like, you're mine. It's like, ugh, God. When he's like talking about Batman being Alice and shit.
Yeah, mate. People say Joker wants to shag Batman, but Mad Hatter in these games wants to dress him up and bum him.
Was it literally be Alice?
Yeah. He's lost it.
It would have been better in Arkham City if instead of when Batman's wearing that weird mask.
Yeah.
If he wakes up and is just wearing an Alice costume instead.
Get that on the showcase, dude.
Speaking of, I do really want to mention that the addition of the Batman suit. It was great that this 10-year-old game, almost 10-year-old, got a new costume randomly for free, but it's dog shit. It is absolutely disgusting. I hate it.
Yeah. I'm not really used to having sticking with original Arkham.
Okay, so there's a lot of problems with it, but firstly, when it first came out on the update, he didn't have a shadow. If you selected that suit, he wouldn't have a shadow. Secondly, I think it's ported straight from the Night version of Switch, which means the textures aren't even fucking clear. The bat signal is pixelated. And then, the collar he has?
Yeah.
It just goes into the cape. There's no blending in. It's just collar ends, cape begins. It makes no sense. Thirdly, the cape glide is just the 1970 cape glide, but colored black. So it doesn't. The cape isn't even the cape from the movie. They put no effort into it.
That 1971's not even in this game, is it?
No, it is, but it's just not as good again as Arkham City.
Oh,
I think as a whole,
sorry.
Arkham City did a better job with the costumes, and this was going to be my final point of why the Batman suit pisses me off.
Go on.
It's because this Batman, the body, the mold, the face, especially the face, doesn't suit the costume. It doesn't work.
This is mature Batman, this, isn't it? Arkham Knight.
Patterson's more slim.
Patterson's fresher, isn't he? He's only been Batman
also,
for 5 years.
The face just doesn't look good in the mask.
Yeah.
Now, what I liked about City was that they would make a costume, but they would change the model to fit the costume. And now it's the opposite. Why would they do that? The Dark Knight Returns suit looks dog shit because of the fact that it's got the normal Batman face in it.
Yeah.
There's 1970 suit.
Doesn't he, for in-game reasons? So they've had to just, instead of merging it, imagine if it's animated Bruce under it the whole time, mate.
Oh, but it's sad because City was basically doing that shit.
Yeah, doing it the right way.
Because even 1970s Batman from City looks better. His body suits it more. They gave him a different shape in City than Night. And then his face looks better to it. And he had the white eyes. It's a disgrace.
That was the
It's a
key
disgrace
in that whole game, dude.
It's so sad. Because I was so excited. Oh shit, finally the Batman suit's gonna be in the game. I was and then I looked at it this is shit. I remember I was like working. I finally got home from work and like finally get to play as the Batman. Pixelated garbage, mate. What were they thinking?
Would you have preferred the cartoon one with the Batwave?
If it had like an animated look, yes. But in general, it'd be like, well, if you weren't going to put in any effort, I'd rather it not even be in the game because it's just annoying now.
Fair play. As I say, I've never really had a proper look at it because I've just been using. They had them suit and like the
that one comes in handy, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and the very first suit in the game from the very beginning.
Because the Arkham City one is the best one.
Yeah, his new Batsuit in this isn't too Marvel movie.
It looks like the tank, mate. It looks like his Batmobile.
Yeah. And I like him with the trunks and the gauntlets and shit. Too tactical.
I think even the other suits were a bit hit or miss for me. Like you know the Dick Grayson one?
Yeah.
How tight is that suit on Batman? You can see his belly button. Mate, it's crazy. Like, do you need to have it? Like, is it like, you know, when they put like a wrap over something, then like blow dry to make it
like Schumacher's bat nipples do?
Yeah, it's like, why? I think the best suits were Arkham City and I'd say Batman 89 were my favorites.
Yeah, defo.
And it's hard to go wrong. Also, like, it looked the best, I think, especially with the rain. We got, what's next?
It was, we've talked about the fire one, the Firefly.
Oh my god, one of the most disappointed ones. Friend in Need. The Hush one.
Christ. The one button press cutscene. God damn it.
It makes it better if you get a glitch in the cutscene where he takes off the mask, but it doesn't come off. But his hair goes through the mask for some reason. Yes.
There's some backstory to this one. Because the reason it's so shit is because before they didn't bring back Paul Dini, the Arkham Knight story was going to be Scarecrow and Hush. And I don't think there was an Arkham Knight character. I think it was going to be Batman is the metaphorical Knight of Arkham, you know what I mean? So the plot was Scarecrow and Hush were teaming up. So Hush was going to have this huge role befitting his build-up from Arkham City. But instead, all that cool side mission stuff from Arkham City is just squandered, where he tries to break into Bruce Wayne's house, doesn't have the right eye colour, and then gets a hostage before Batman punches him.
Because it's like, did he not think that Bruce would have some sort of, I don't know, security? Like...
Yeah, looking like him doesn't get you his password, mate.
Just because you look like him doesn't mean that you have the same eyeball as him.
Exactly. Ridiculous.
It's like even phones have that sort of basic security, you know, Face ID, fingerprint ID. Yeah. Did he think like Bruce was just gonna have none of that?
I reckon they made the whole game and then they went, shit, we set up Hush last time. What do we do? We've got 5 minutes.
It would have been better if they didn't hate the fans and made Suicide Squad.
Dude, they hate
it would have been.
Oh my!
Well, you know, if you make Suicide Squad, that's a clear indication of how you feel. I feel like it would have been better if they saved Hush for just an entirely different game. If you're not going to use them properly here, then don't use them.
Literally, just forget about him.
Yeah, have like a massive game, or like Arkham Origins, sort of that sort of style of sequel, where it's like just the same assets reused,
Yeah.
but then have Hush. You can
But
have it just set
we got it.
right before night.
October 30th.
The night before.
Arkham Night before.
Yeah, it's like the No Way Home trilogy, or the Home.
So yeah, Hush, massive letdown. Probably the worst one in this game.
What about what else is there? Did you like the Azrael one?
Yeah, actually, I thought it was a cool idea, except it was also a bit lazy because Azrael fights exactly like Batman. At least with Robin and Nightwing, he can like do a different type of flip. But Azrael is 100% just Batman reskinned.
The thing is, though, they have animations already there that's a bit more brutal. So I would have maybe preferred if Azrael maybe fought a bit dirtier.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
just
the
to show that he's not Batman.
Yeah. The overall idea of him being like, listen, Batman, I'm your replacement. And Batman's like, oh, show me what you got. But what ending did you choose?
I usually choose to not try to kill Batman.
That's got to be, doesn't it? Because Azrael in the comics, I don't know if you've read much Azrael. I've read a fair bit, I think, considering what he is. More than usual. And he is quite like, I don't see him killing Batman, is the problem.
Even just like from his Arkham appearances, it seems out of character.
Yeah, because he was showing respect the whole time.
But I did think it was cool though when you first see that burning bat symbol.
Oh yeah, and he makes reference to the prophecy that he
Yeah,
warned.
the prophecy.
That's in
That was a
Arkham.
bit of a weird side mission though in City, where he was just like, "You're gonna die, bye," and just leaves.
There's some side content in Arkham Shadow that's a bit like the Chronicles of Arkham, where Cyrus Pinkney, when he's doing up the
No
prison,
way.
yeah, mate, when
he
he's
back?
doing up the prison, he finds like inscriptions from the Order of Saint Dumas, and he's that one about Gotham will burn in the ashes of Arkham.
No
Gotham,
way.
yeah, they like call back to that, which I thought was sick. But the whole side mission again, it's very rushed because he's fighting to prove he's good as Batman, and then Batman's like, "You've been brainwashed." You're right, Batman. I must go and avenge myself. It's very like speed through it, and the Order's name is literally Saint Dumbass. But why are they all following? It's a big prank. It's a big pyramid scheme, Azrael. You gotta get them.
Azrael just took the prank too far. Like, he didn't realize it was a joke.
It's that fucking. We trained him wrong as a joke.
Did you I remember that video I sent you? It was like Batman could dodge that sword attack from Azrael and Knight,
Yeah.
but he couldn't. He couldn't stop Joker from giggling and jumping on his back in the city.
A trained assassin swings a sword at Batman and then kicks raw ass. A clown-themed gangster loudly approaches with a gas mask.
Not only manages to get onto him, but manages to get the gas mask perfectly onto his mouth.
Yeah. Like you said, he goes easy on Joker. He likes the fun.
There's something going on there. It's a conspiracy, I tell you.
Mate, too much respect for Joker is his problem. Talia's in danger. She's with the Joker. Oh, you mean Talia al Ghul, daughter of the world's deadliest ageless assassin, has the clown gangster behind her? Oh no.
Yeah, it's weird when they like glorify him as this like actual entity of fucking death.
Hey.
It's like, no, he's just crazy.
Who had the Joker as this like primordial evil of Gotham, who's always been there, and he's like a ageless ghost who's always causing havoc for Gotham City. And then he finds out it was all a prank. It was like Joker's edited old photographs, so he's in the background. So Batman's like, holy shit, this picture's from the 1600s. It's the Joker. So now he's just photoshopped himself into the background.
That's the most Joker thing ever, though.
Yeah.
That's so
But again,
fucking good.
In this bloody game, they do that exact thing where Joker's apparently some virus that can infect innocent people. Just a clown-themed gangster.
Yeah, it's
Penguin
it's not that deep.
And then suddenly everyone was Danny DeVito.
Because even in the city, it never established anything of the sort.
All it was doing was killing him because it was poisoned blood.
Because he was literally poisoned.
He is, yeah.
Did you like that part in the story where you're like Jim Gordon?
Batman jump scares you.
Yeah, fucking hell. Like, he could have just said hi.
Literally, he's gotta know who's boss. Okay.
He's gonna assert dominance whenever he can.
That was the only moment I thought, okay, maybe these two are friends, because Batman didn't have to bring Gordon in on that.
But also, do you like it's the only time you see Gotham in the daytime?
Yeah.
It's like, well, hang on a second. I want to explore this shit. I want to see Gotham.
Yeah. It's nice, like early morning in it, so you're looking out and people are going to work. You're like, this is a city I could protect.
I wonder what Joe is doing.
That's Joe.
I think we've done the side missions now. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, we talked about Two-Face and Penguin.
Wait. We didn't mention how Nightwing properly. Or we didn't properly mention that how Nightwing basically got kidnapped by the fucking Penguin.
Somehow the Penguin. He's having a bad week, Nightwing. First Harley kicks his ass, but doesn't kill him. Why didn't she just kill him?
Because she wants to shag him, maybe, from that one movie?
Ooh. Like, oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
now
like,
the game's gonna do.
Even just, it's so embarrassing seeing Nightwing kneeling is the same height as Penguin.
Yeah, the Penguin's got the jump on him, mate.
Yeah, it's like, how?
This Robin's been fighting crime since he was 10. And the Penguins took him down.
Where was this in City?
Yeah.
All he did was he had two good weapons, and one was a rocket launcher, and one was Freeze's gun. You took those two away, and he fucking body slammed him.
Crumbled, mate. He absolutely crumbled. The second Solomon Grundy went down. He's not like the Kingpin, where you got to take down his men, and then he's a threat himself. Penguin's a purely cerebral character.
And then Dick Grayson gets taken in. How is he meant to take over? No wonder he's retiring, mate. If I lost to the Penguin, I would retire too.
Yeah, out of embarrassment. I just fake my own death at that point, dude. In this 1 week, Harley Quinn and the Penguin have took you down. Humbled you. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought.
If this wasn't this during the time Dan Dido was in DC?
Oh god, probably, dude.
He hated Nightwing? He couldn't stand him.
Everyone who's not Batman's getting mugged off a bit in these games. If you're not Batman or Oracle, you're a fool.
Well, I mean, now we're basically up to the story part. Tim Drake, poor Tim. He copped shit.
After what was it? After all these years, the Scarecrow is back, mate. He's been biding his time, plotting and planning. He's got an upgraded toxin. He's ready to make Gotham face its fears, unless the Batman himself can stop him. And it just goes awfully for everyone involved.
And he has the whole Bat family and Justice League to his disposal, but he cuts them all off.
Yeah, Batman could, he doesn't have to do it on his own, but he wants to, so okay.
It is literally Batman Null, where he's just like the Superman piss off. I do love that when Superman's like, "You're literally dying." He's like, "I don't, I don't need your help." He's like, "No, no, you're gonna literally freeze to death."
He's not interested, isn't he? He's Batman. He can sort it. The sheer scale of the story, dude. Like,
It's
a cool
massive.
idea. This military, because we've seen Batman mash up thugs for 3 games. Now there's like trained soldiers coming in, so it's a
Trained
good
soldiers who fight exactly the same as the thugs.
Syria. Rush them, charge them. The single batarang takes them down.
What would you say would be your favorite mission
The one
out
where
of all of them?
dies, mate.
Which one?
The one where Oracle dies. Like, the whole game, Oracle's too much of a plot device, because whenever Batman needs something, Oracle goes, "I've already done it, boss, here." It's like, all right. Batman doesn't feel like a detective, he just feels like Oracle's doing everything for him.
Mate,
So
it was tragic though.
Did you
know
think?
when the attack on GCPD?
Yeah.
Do you remember Oracle's voices in that? Like her voice lines? How bored she sounded? Take that.
Oh, where you're like
Mess with me, mess with my dad, you'll pay. It was the most like monotone voice ever. Just dog shit.
Oracle's probably my least favorite in this series.
But Batman Master Detective couldn't tell that his hallucination moved the gun forward right in front of him.
Joker pushes the gun, dude, and he's
in front of fucking Batman.
Batman in this he's so stupid. Like we say, let's spoil the Arkham Knight right now. The second you have the first Jason Todd hallucination, you go, okay. But even before that, one of the first things the Arkham Knight says in this game, he goes, "Time to die, old man." And that's when I knew that's Jason Todd there.
It's like in Under the Red Hood where he's like, "You haven't lost your touch." And he always just makes reference to how he's like, just old.
Yeah, like he knows. It's just ridiculous how like they didn't. And Rocksteady giving it all this, how he's a new character. He's not. It's Red Hood again. This is Under the Hood, but worse.
But also, how is? I understand that he's reliving he's reliving trauma, whatever the fuck, with the Joker thing.
Yeah.
But he was never there when Barbara got paralyzed. How does he know exactly what happened? Because you have to know for the hallucination to happen.
Like, do you reckon, like, during the Arkham killing joke, he goes to the apartment and he uses that, like, detective rewind technology he's got? The bullet must have entered Barbara here, and she smashed this table.
He keeps rewinding to when he undresses Barbara. He just keeps going back.
Yeah.
And Jim Gordon walks in. He's like, "What are you doing?" "That's my daughter. She's everything I got."
Well, you're looking at Batman, and his eyes just like suddenly go back to normal from being white. Nothing.
He left the audio on by mistake as he was closing it.
What's your favorite mission?
I love when you go into the movie studios, but you team up with Robin.
Yeah. If not for the Harley Quinn aspect, that's the best bit.
Yeah, it's the one I look forward to most. Because like, okay, we're gonna get some actual Batman and Robin shit here.
You'll finally, after 3 games, we're actually getting dynamic duo.
And they fight so well. Like the mechanics were so good. Like
So
even when you're fighting the boxer, and they're both just hammering his bloody rib cage.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And I love when when you interrogate the guy at the start, you're like, "Talk."
Yeah.
And then Robin's like, I'd talk if I was you. He's not normally in such a good mood.
That shot is super cool with like Batman's got his foot on the thug's head and Robin's like crouched down like, "Come on, mate, just tap the good cop, bad cop."
I got a photo of it.
It's sick.
Because Yeah, like that whole mission's cool. Just even I always like switch to Robin just to walk around.
I always, whenever it's Batman and a teammate, whether it's Catwoman, Nightwing, or Robin, I'm playing as Batman the whole game. So, and them opportunities, I'm always as the other character.
And it's always cool to see like Batman follow you instead of the other way.
Yeah.
That little dominance. But even I like the like dual takedown system, even the Predator sort of areas.
Oh yeah.
How you could call Robin to take down one of the thugs. And swing down.
Back in the Batman game, mate.
It's so cool. It's honestly, it has to be easily one of the best of missions in the entire game.
Definitely, mate. And if
It just ends shit though.
Line, it would be.
It ends shit.
Yeah.
Because then you throw him into the cage or the cell.
Yeah. All that teamwork for nothing, mate. Just get rid of Robin.
I do like that technically you can just sit there in the cell. Like there's like someone out there whose story basically ended with Batman going, "You're right," and then just sits there for the entirety of the night.
Robin goes and defeats the Arkham Knight.
Yeah. See, I bet Robin could
misstep. Go on, you say yours first.
I think Robin could beat Arkham Knight because he wouldn't be so stubborn and he would actually maybe ask for help.
Yeah, mate. Robin would go and get Nightwing, wouldn't he? And
yeah, like he would
gang up. And Azrael.
He would get Alfred.
When Alfred turns up, you know you fucked up.
He's got like that tray and just flings it through.
It's the butler. Just kicking.
It's the freaking butler.
Yeah. But the whole crux.
I went to Asylum City night, never saw the butler.
Just lucky, I guess. Yeah, the butler broke my arm 3 places 2 years ago. But the way I see it, lightning ain't gonna strike twice. Your cost, sir.
The butler rang. He's gonna change that in the butler move.
It's just a diamond tray in the wall.
Oh no, he's got butler rangs.
Talk, or I won't polish your shoe. I'll talk.
I'll make you drink orange juice after brushing your teeth. Talk. What were you gonna say, mate?
Alfred felt like a true, more like a partner than Tim did in this. I was gonna say the Arkham Knight, obviously being the second Robin that you think is dead, never ever interacts with his replacement, which is one of the whole reasons he's pissed off at Batman, is that he's replaced him. And he just never even mentions Robin.
Also, in a world where where people think that Batman killed the Joker, the Red Hood doesn't really have a leg to stand on.
Doesn't make sense. He should have come back and been like, "Thank you, Bruce, for backing me up."
Everyone literally thinks he killed the Joker. The main complication of Under the Red Hood is that he's alive and you're letting him live.
Yeah.
Here
I'm not talking about Penguin or Scarecrow.
Yeah, I'm talking about him.
Batman's like, no.
No, I need to sleep with him one more time. You just don't understand, Jason.
He sells lots of comics, Robin. He moves the stock.
I can dodge literal ninjas, but I can't dodge this guy.
Even in Under you'd rather stab Robin in the eye with a batarang and let him shoot the Joker.
Even in the movie, he'd rather. Sorry.
That bit in the comic where he's like, even when you find a way to win, we still lose. It's like the bomb still goes up.
But even in the fucking movie, he'd rather slam Jason's head into a kitchen sink in the bathroom sink, tiled wall, and he's giving him actual brain damage. But he doesn't even lay a finger on the Joker in the fucking movie.
Ridiculous, dude.
Now talk.
Too much. Neck twisted. head on the wrong way.
I said it in the city one, I believe. But it works best in night when you put the brightness all the way down.
Yeah.
It works like a treat, mate. It's crazy.
Sick, mate. Sick.
Even like I've shown you some of the shots you can get in the game where it for some reason like the saturation goes up so high when you put the brightness down.
Ooh.
But it gives it such a natural like eeriness to Gotham.
That it should have anyway. Gotham's
It makes sense.
It's been gothic. It's literally why it's called Gotham.
There's like certain rooms where you think, yeah, it shouldn't be this bright. And it makes sense for like when you have the brightness all the way down, it's like it works better.
Yeah, and I always used to think, how can't he see Batman up there? Just look up, idiot.
Yeah.
And the darkness is down, you're like, oh, perhaps.
It just works. It looks so cool. Plus, the Arkham City suit looks amazing in it.
Oh, yeah. That is
especially with the rain and then the long ears.
I think
Are you a
that's
long ears
anyway, mate.
sort of guy?
Yeah, because he looks too much like Daredevil if they're little. I like him being not stupidly long, where like the swords, but you know.
I think
I'll take
City's suit had a good balance. If I could pick, I'd just go Cities.
yeah. City's just smashed it.
What would you say is your least favorite part of the game? Or at least one of the least favorite?
I've already moaned about the Joker infection side plot. And I've also moaned about the bad Arkham Knight stuff. Mission wise, there is a lot of Batmobile, but
Yeah.
a lot of the time you can still just jump out and faff about. It's an important part of the game, I suppose. If I had to pick a specific...
It was stupid, though. Like, the Deathstroke battle was the tank, which was the same as the Knight one.
Skin, yeah. They reused it. Deathstroke, the world's deadliest assassin. That's it, actually, yeah. Because you get hyped up to have this rematch after years, and Batman just car takes down him.
I would have just, like, preferred if Knight just... You know how, like, Origins just took everything City did? Just, why couldn't Knight go, okay, we're going to use the Deathstroke assets and just copy and paste the fight?
It would have been so easy to do something. They've got literal characters in this game with swords who fly at you. Why couldn't they have just done that and give him a health bar?
It's just, yeah, it's also, there's so many baffling choices in the game, which is why it's like, it's always ranked last, I feel.
Yeah, because the lack of any meaningful boss fights that aren't just in the Batmobile.
I'm sick of the Cobras.
There's so much build up, like in the Two-Face one, for example. Two-Face turns up in the bank and you're like, there's Harvey Dent, let's get him. And then you get him and that's it. It's not like a long drawn out. There's no strategy to it.
It's just, it's the same fight from City.
Yeah, it's just punch him once. There is no boss fights, I would say.
I guess Killer Croc is still, not even really counts.
Yeah, that's in DLC though, isn't it?
What would be the best game for boss fights? I guess Origins would be the best.
Origins by far, yeah, because it's actually Gotham. The only boss fights in City were Freeze and Raish, weren't they? And Clayface. And they were good. But City's boss fights, that Firefly boss fight, mate, on the bridge, the spectacle of it, the drama, fantastic.
I love even when he's like chasing you with the flamethrower and you have to try and quickly dive under trucks and shit.
Yes. Boss, mate.
I mean,
I feel like these just thought, let's not bother, let's just do the Batmobile.
It was just a lot of thugs, always just thugs, and just the same. Yeah, it was just a lot of the same. It was the same fighting every single time.
The fact that we get told the Arkham Knight knows all our moves and will use them against us and then his boss fight is literally just sneak up under him and get him. It's the dead shot boss fight again. Don't get seen, get underneath him. And that's it.
And like you can't hype someone up like the way they did with Arkham Knight and then have it that simple.
I was expecting him to be using grates and explosive gel on me and shit.
It would have been cool if it was like fighting yourself.
Yeah. They've had so many opportunities to do that. They could have had Hugo Strange do it in City, where you just have like a Predator showdown with him. They could have done it in this. Just a waste.
Well, you could have like taken turns, or like one turn that you're the one like who's being the aggressor, and Jason's trying to get you.
Yeah, you got to go in the defense.
Yeah, like so you go back and forth between like offense and defense, but obviously like you can counter Jason's attack, so you can like obviously it's just not you always getting hit.
See him coming.
Yeah, like if you counter quickly enough, or if you do like that Rachel Ghoul like quick counter button.
Yeah. They could have just they had opportunity to do something really cool, but they put all like the focus on making Gotham look nice.
Even the tank battles were shit because it's like it's just the Cobra fight with a health bar.
Yeah.
They really put no thought behind it.
The fact that we're now using stealth in our
tank. A fucking tank.
is extreme. Remember when you had to sneak up behind Zaz and grab him by the throat to stop him from electrocuting that guard in Asylum? But now we're gliding right. Now we're in a tank, strafing the city streets.
Imagine if, like, in Asylum, just the wall bursts through and it's just Batman in a tank going, I need to quietly take down Zaz so we won't kill the guard.
Like that Batman in a wheelchair mod, mate. Mobile in Arkham Asylum.
The Batman in a wheelchair was so good.
It's insane, like watching him fly from person to person.
Even when he like slides under like a pipe in the subway.
Yeah.
Half of him is like in the actual ground.
Just like in our say, dude, where's all the women?
It's a bit discriminatory if you ask me.
Yeah, like the only women left in the city are police officers or supervillains. Where's all like the women rioters?
Yeah, they're saying that women can't be.
Are you
criminals?
saying that women can't throw Molotov cocktails?
This is why Gotham Knight is the superior knight. Oh god, that game is a mess.
Does it take place over one night? I know it's not an Arkham game, but
no, because I remember because each time you go into the Belfry Tower, it would simulate a night.
Ah.
So if you want, like, you can literally have it so like, if you have nothing to do and you have no life, you can sit there like going back to the tower, like back and forth, and have it so Dick Grayson should realistically be like an old man.
Took them months to crack this case.
Yeah, it's like days, 20,000 days, and it's like Dick Grayson still looks like he's 20 years old. Tim's still a teenager for some reason. Barbara's fine. But in Arkham Knight, the one mission I always like dread, I don't know, it just sort of like kills the pacing for me, is when you go into the blimp.
I got a jump scare from that bit the other day.
Which
like a legitimate. So the whole blimp it is slow as hell. It's got some cool bits though, like when all the soldiers like creepily stand back up and turn into the Joker.
Yeah, that was like the highlight of it.
But after the infamous part where the Joker takes over Batman's body, Scarecrow's like walking around you being like, you've changed, you could have killed these men. And I was thinking, he was speaking, and I like hearing the dialogue. So I let Scarecrow circle me like a shark for a bit as he was telling me he's going to terrify Gotham. Then out of nowhere, he lunges at you with his syringe knives and stabs you in the throat. Yeah. Like I missed it because I put the control down. I thought he would just walk around me until I punch him. but he gets you, and he stabbed me in the throat, and then it played like an animation of Batman holding his throat, trying to get back up and failing, and I was like, fucking hell, scared the shit out of me there, Scarecrow.
I need to see this shit.
He got me, dude. You might have to replay it if it's not on YouTube, like, but when he's talking about, it's right after the no more hope, no more Batman portion.
I think I found it. Wait. Man, I got an ad for a minute-long video. Are you serious?
Oh, the ratty on there, mate.
The guy has 100 subs. He can't even monetize it. Okay, I found
That's
it.
YouTube being.
Okay. Oh my god.
Whoa, did he get him?
Okay, wait. I'm skipping to right about where he gets him.
Blimp.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh. So
It's
yes,
oddly
Scarecrow.
like. Oh my! The face he does at the end.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Was it?
Normally, you can just punch him and Batman will throw him back to the other side of the airship. But no, mate, he got me.
That was I let him talk, but I didn't get to that part. I think I stopped it right before.
What I was doing as well, I was checking Batman's eyes to see if they were Joker green. That's when I suddenly saw the lightning bolts over Scarecrow's head.
Batman has spider sense in this.
Tell you what, cool design though for Scarecrow. Better than his face state look. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, but even I thought out of all the designs, he probably had the best makeover. When you compare it to like Killer Croc,
Yeah.
and
Oh god, yeah.
even just the other ones that return, like I still prefer Poison Ivy in the Asylum game to this one, like design wise.
In this, yeah, they've made it too realistic looking, if you know what I mean. Catwoman's
Also,
not
like
as
the hair
as she was,
better.
but she does look more realistic, so I kind of get what they mean.
But even like Poison Ivy's hair, I prefer the one in Asylum, where it was more like
Yeah.
long and flowing. This
She
one,
doesn't
yeah,
look
just
so much like flirty seductress in this. She looks more a bit like your aunt who never had kids.
she didn't even add like she didn't once flirt, did she? I can't remember her flirting at all in this one.
And what a sellout. She dies for Gotham. I remember when she was trying to kill Gotham.
Yeah. Batman had to threaten like I will burn every plant in Gotham, just to get it to work.
Yeah. And then she's like,
Now she's
Batman,
doing it for
you
free.
did it. Stroke my hair and tell me I did good, Batman. Dada. You were
It's
a
just so-
valuable ally, Poison Ivy. I couldn't have done it without you.
Way better than that nerd Robin.
As he like shuts her eyes with his like fingertips, dead respectful. He's like, "I christen you, Robin 4."
Tim Drake's like he didn't realize he had the
Yeah,
thing
so
on
the-
open comms. He's like he's just listening to it in the thing, like trying to work on a cure. He's like, this motherfucker has me down here.
We didn't get the Batman Freeze team up we wanted, but
We got Poison Ivy.
mate, but they didn't have the Schumacher suits.
Oh, it's a disgrace, honestly, the fact that we don't have the nipple suits. Did you like in... Because there's a lot of, like, hidden details about the game. Like, when Joker appears, you can hear his laugh and shit in the background.
Yeah.
The only thing I liked in the Harley Quinn DLC was when you turn on... Was it her, like, maniac
Like
vision?
Psycho mode or something, yeah.
And you can, like, see writing on the wall. It was
Oh, yeah.
like...
Nice little touch, right?
But even and then when like Harleen would talk to her, I thought it was a cool moment. It was just nice to see that like she mentally has to battle between these two sort of personalities.
Like, she is a psycho. It's not just the love for Joker. She is a
It's
lunatic.
like as you walk around, like Harleen's like, the Joker's dead, what are you doing? Like, move on with your life. And then Harley will speak and go like, "Hey, shut up," and then with their annoying fucking high-pitched squealy voice.
God, yeah, that might have been better than what we got with like suddenly she's in charge of the crew and not like Mr. Hammer, because
where are they?
Yeah, where the hell? In the comic, Scarecrow sews them back together.
No way.
Just to like be edgy and just to tell them to leave them alone. He fear gasses them, sews them together, and I don't think you see them again.
That's
But
crazy.
if Harley had tried to like give up the criminal life and she was just living back as Harleen, I think I'd have preferred that to this stupid gang she's got.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a bit better because, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and without the Joker there to like enable her or to manipulate her, she surely, or she should have been like the Poison Ivy fangirl instead.
And I think, like, even with Suicide Squad, they took it in the wrong direction with how Harley was over it.
She's like, fuck Joker, but I'm still going to dress up like a clown and kill people.
Yeah. I'm ashamed of my past. Well, I'm going to continue doing what I did in my past.
I'm not going to wear that suit. I'm going to wear this even shitter suit. Cringe, mate.
Yeah, I'm over the clown guys. It's just too toxic. I'm just going to go fawn over Poison Ivy, who's now a child. It's like, well, okay then.
Now that we've got like greater DC universe characters in, dude, what if she just fell in love with someone stupid like the Top?
Like Shrike.
She keeps like rebranding herself as different shit sidekicks to these weirdo villains. He's Weather Mistress.
Batmite. Was it Batmite in Arkham Shadow? Like, apparently there was like
there's little
newspapers.
Yeah, there's like pint-sized Batman newspapers.
Could you imagine Batmite fucking appearing?
In the Arkhamverse of all things, dude.
Matt Reeves could never do that.
Mate. He'd change his name to like Bat Mike.
Yeah, and it's just like a dwarf instead of like an imp.
Yeah.
To make it more realistic.
And he's Jewish. That's the chick. That's the joke.
Yeah, because it's just it's too fantastical for his liking. That's something I like. At least with Arkham, the Arkham world, they had balls because they're like, okay, this is going to be grounded, realistic, but we're going to have Clayface, we're going to have fucking Raish, we're going to have Poison Ivy, we're going to have Mr. Freeze, Killer Croc. It's like, yeah, it's like the perfect blend.
That was one of the coolest bits in Night. Once again, thug chatter gets it sorted.
So funny.
It's so funny, but the Ad Raw backstory, there's a few militia blokes talking about Lex Luthor running for president. And one of them goes, he's saying the right things about their meta-human types. So it's not just a Gotham problem. Meta-humans are out there. Obviously, we fought Poison Ivy for 3 games. But when Ivy joins Batman, they start panicking a bit. And some of them start saying, I've heard she's like super powered. So they don't like explain it away with stupid science. Like in Thor, the movie where they're like, well, magic's just science. We don't understand. Shut up, Natalie Portman. These are super powered individuals. And they need to be treated as such.
But even like throughout, like, it's just I love that a staple of the game, like every game, was the thug conversations.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure this one was in City, but I always remember when like one of the thugs was like doing a Harley impression. They're like, "Oh, Mr. J, hand me some more." And then the other one was like, "Okay, my dear, why don't you go and fight Batman while I make my daring escape?" And the other guy was like, "You guys better hope you didn't hear that."
Yeah. It makes it feel so alive because these are just dudes living in this crazy world.
Since when have you been all about reading anyway? I read porn don't count. Screw you. It's like, what about even like, I like in this game, they make direct references to like the holidays or Halloween.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go like, I just want you guys to know, no matter what happens, this is the best Halloween ever.
And one of them goes, Scarecrow pulling this on Halloween. Guess he does have a sense of humor.
The one was like, we're gonna stop by that toy shop. I promised my kid I'll get him a gift.
One of them goes, let's go to that costume store and loot some costume. He's dead excited to go, like, to dress up and go cause crime.
I mean, I've already mentioned it, but it's still one of the best ones. It's like, the Wayne-a-rang, he's gonna get us in the Wayne-mobile.
Yeah, mate, after the big reveal at the end. And like, ooh,
but then I remember he said something where he's like,
Wayne suits.
didn't he say something like, the other one was like, maybe we shouldn't joke about this, because he does fucking
like,
do.
He's gonna break all our bones with his $1 million Wayne gadgets. And
He's like,
you know, maybe we should just. Even like if you drop in on thugs after the end and they go, "It's Wayne," like they know. That had never been done before either, had it? In Batman media, there'd been no villain who successfully exposed him, like Scarecrow does.
Did it?
Yeah, he does in this, yeah. But before Arkham Knight, there'd been no like comic or anything where Batman had been exposed in this.
I do like how it does change the dialogue. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, like if you wait if you get Scarecrow first, all the villains. I love how Riddler doesn't believe it.
Yeah. But I even remember in in one of the conversations where it's like, Batman's nothing without that car. And I think the other guy's like, yeah, but there's one problem with that. He has the car. And he's like, yeah, but I'm saying if he didn't, and I'm saying he does. And they just go back and forth.
What villain do you hunt down first, mate? The second the city's open.
I always like to mostly Professor Pig stuff I like to get done. I feel like there's a lot of shit going on, but Batman would probably try to also sort that out quickly.
That was my fear when I was going through it this time. I was like, the real Batman would have had like 3 criminals caught by now, and I've got none.
I'm a fraud.
If I'm mid-fight and I get hit more than once, I restart it because I feel like I've let Batman down.
I used to like, when I got bored and I was just in the streets of Gotham, I'd make them hit me till I was like 1 punch away from death.
Yeah.
Then it'll be like, okay, I gotta lock in for this fight. And you know, one punch and I'm done.
Super hard mode.
It's also like in my head, I'm like, oh, they somehow got the jump on Batman, but through sheer willpower, he manages to push through.
Yeah,
and break all their bones. But even, you know, when you knock them out, you can sometimes slam their unconscious body into the ground.
All the time, dude. I keep doing it. I'm counting how many times I've punched certain dudes so I can flip them all on the rest.
It's so, dude, the amount of brain damage this man has instilled upon the people. Even in the you know, the guy you break his arm at the start.
Yeah.
And you can, like, for the next 2 times you see him, you can just slam his head into the fucking prison bar.
Yeah, and he bottles it when he sees you afterward.
Why do they stop that? Because it's annoying. At the end, he just talks shit, but you can't hit him.
Yeah.
Tonight's the night we finally break the bat.
There's a load of thugs. I think they're Two-Face goons, and they're like, yeah, why don't you step in here and we'll see. After they've already been jailed, they're like, yeah, come into this cell and we'll see who the real winner is. And you can't open the cell and walk in.
Yeah. Like, what did they think? Batman put them there in the first place? Then you only, like, beat him again.
Round 2, bitch.
2 rounds, bitch. I just got, like, Batman Arkham Knight thug conversations up now. Because they're just, it's honestly the highlight of the game.
The thing about getting Pig first, as you said, you can't get him. But even if you know he's in the pretty doll parlor, if you try to go in, Batman says, I should probably wait for the Batmobile. So you've
It's
got
like,
Oracle
why are you
has to
doing
be dead before you go and get Pig. I think the only ones you can get straight away. No, it's the same for because Ivy takes up Matt's cell, doesn't she?
But also, when available, I do the Two-Face pretty quickly
Yeah.
because it's so easy. And like
Yeah,
you said, it takes no effort.
Yeah, it's immediate. You can smash them all out in 3. Firefly, you've got to wait till Oracle's dead because the last fire station's on that island. Pig lives there.
Which one do you do first?
This go round was Two-Face just to get him out the way. But normally, like I say, for the disrespect, if I've got New Game Plus, I like the idea of leading Riddler into the GCPD and him seeing he's first out of the game. I think it's the ultimate disrespect.
He got him done. Like he was almost like a chore.
He's expecting to be like the final showdown to Batman because he thinks he's so good. And then when he sees he's first into the cell, I like to think I've crushed him there. So he won't come back.
Who thought it was a good idea to have one big cell full of all these supervillains still in their costumes?
Literally. The fact that Arkham Asylum itself lets them wear the costumes in the cells. We're meant to be getting them away from these delusions. But no, mate. Give the Hatter his hats, give Two-Face his coin. Joker can shuffle his playing cards in his cell. It's ridiculous.
Calendar Man's got full of calendars.
Yeah, they're not going to get better. Take that away
from Blackgate? In Blackgate, he had the same cell?
Yeah. Absolute joke. They're not going to get better in this rate, mate.
But speaking of Dent, I remember there's one conversation where the thug said, I was something like, I used to think that Batman was Dent, you know, back when he was pretty. It's funny.
Yeah, mate. It's like in the Dark Knight, isn't it? Where people think he is Batman until half his head gets blown off.
Oh, do you remember the fucking, you know, when, with the Professor Pig stuff, the guy's like, I heard some freak training up dead bodies. Sounds pretty nasty. Let's go and see.
Yeah.
They all...
One of those, like, Daryl's got some pictures of it on his phone, the freak. He loves it.
Even just, it was like, hey, so I was in hiding since Scarecrow's gas thing. What did I miss? Batman is Bruce Wayne? Real funny, guys. What actually happened? How do they write this How do they have so much, like, good lines?
I don't know, mate. It was pretty good back in the day, to be fair.
And like, the fact that even, like, counting Origins, because we don't discriminate, apparently.
Oh, no, mate.
We accept you, Origins. You're welcome among the panel pals. But it was like, all 4 games didn't miss with their dialogue. That's so impressive, because then you got something like Arkham Knight and Suicide Squad, who both of them severely missed.
Go on.
Well, it was in Gotham Knight, like, their one woman henchman's like had that weird robot drone. It's like, I call it Pew Pew or something.
Oh, Christ.
That's dog shit.
Like Marvel Spider-Man 2 tier writing, dude. Well, now I've got this robot dog for my guide dog. What? Where's the action?
Hey, Spider-Man, I uploaded 10 million dog videos into its database.
Oh, I like them all. Like then share.
It's so stupid, man.
It's written for, like, not even the teenagers of the day, just the weirdos of today.
But even I saw this one review, and I think he perfectly summarized it. He said that everyone in Marvel's Spider-Man 2 talks as if their boss is watching them. And it's like, it's the most perfect summary of that entire game's dialogue. Because they all fucking do.
Yeah. None of it's natural, but all this, like, yeah, that's what I mean when I say weirdos. They all talk like Twitch streamers, especially in
Yeah.
this Suicide Squad. It's like they're all on camera and they know it.
Like, they live in New York. It's known for just aggressive behavior. Like, remember that it was this old panel from a Spidey comic? This guy was handing out flyers outside the Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
And like he was like trying to get people to take them, and this one guy just threatened to punch him in the face. And then he's like, "Yeah, you have a good day." He just walks away. It's like, that's New York. If that was Insomniac's New York, the guy would say, "Well, I would love to take this flyer. But does it send a good message? I need to know about the message it stands because I support everything." It's like, no, just say, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," and move on.
Literally, dude. Absolute joke right nowadays.
There's no more Wayne jokes anymore.
No, they don't have the balls, dude.
There's no more. You heard the rumors? What? That Harley was a dude?
Oh.
I love how that was a running gag in that game.
Do you reckon it's because they're too scared? Because nowadays, with all this social media bullshit, it's easy to say the wrong thing and get torn to shreds, innit?
And I mean, like,
I think just-
Insomniac's shown that they don't have a backbone, or when they do, it's for the wrong reasons. Like, isn't Ian Interheart the guy behind it?
I'm not too sure. What's he
Well,
done?
he is a massive fucking moron. He is basically the main reason why Mary Jane sucks in Spider-Man 2.
Oh, Christ.
Because
Is he the one who said we don't care that you had complaints? We're bringing
yeah,
up.
he's the one that's like, who cares if she's overpowered or something, if she's cool or badass. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you nerd.
Yeah, comic Mary Jane's cool and badass.
Yeah, and she's
Oh,
not
good
unrealistically cool.
Is a dog shit Lois Lane.
Even just like something as simple as Mary Jane in that game is able to take down basically all the hunters and the symbiotes with a taser.
Symbiotes go down.
With a fucking
Mary
taser.
Jane Watson.
Mind
Symbiote.
you, mate, Spider-Man and Miles both struggled to beat both of them, like both groups of people.
Yeah.
But Mary Jane with her taser can take down all of them.
You know what? Speaking of, while we're here, I know I've said this in the last two Arkham videos as well, but the respect Batman gets in this game in comparison to Spider-Man in Spider-Man's own game, night and day, mate. Mary Jane
Even
gets
like
more respect in Marvel Spider-Man, while in this, there's so many instances of
in the
everyone
opening line, in the opening monologue.
Yeah.
Tonight, Gotham's relying on one man to save us all. And then the bat signal lights up. And then the orchestra as well was so good.
And he's up there already. He knows he's needed, dude. And then if you go into GCPD at the start, literally
They all
like
love you.
this time in there's a crew meeting going on with all the policemen. And the one in charge is saying the only people coming in here is going to be us, civilians, and the Batman. Like, everyone knows Batman's on the team here. There's none of
Everyone
this.
in the GCPT like loves him though. If you walk by them, they all just say, "We love you, Batman," or
They're like,
"We're on
"Yes."
your side, Batman."
You can sense the relief on them when they see Batman's back. The ones at the front gate are like, oh, thank Christ, he's okay, he's back.
I love when you first drive there, and then you go in. I think to drop off Ivy, but then as you walk out, they're all like at the Batmobile. Like, they're all looking at it,
He's Batmobile, yeah, mate.
and they quickly run back.
The city loves Batman, and that's how it should be for all the good he's done.
Yeah, even though remember that one billboard that's like, "Is Batman good for Gotham at night?"
Yeah.
Poor guy, man. He's bloody. He
Well,
somehow takes down all these people in one night on multiple occasions.
no, have a week without him. See how you get on,
If Batman was gone, Scarecrow would have run wild.
mate. They're like, for example, in Marvel Spider-Man 2, there's this couple who just like they're making googly eyes or something at each other in Central Park, and if Spider-Man's hanging out, they're like, "What's he doing? Is he watching us? He's so weird. He's weird. This is weird." Meanwhile, mate, in this game, Batman swoops in. Even the thugs, they know the second they see Batman, they're like, "Shit,
It's the freaking Bat.
the freaking Batman!" Yeah, they're like, "Run!" It's terrifying for them. The shit scared you.
Yeah, especially I love when they see the car as well.
Yeah.
You see what that thing does to people? No, I ain't seen it to find out. And if
Some of the dialogue of the drivers, the thug drivers, like sometimes one will go, "Is that what I think it is?" But there's one specific one, if you drive past, he just goes, "Nice driving, idiot, he's right there." As if this guy's driving is the reason you're bearing down in a bat tank.
even the when you start off the Penguin missions and you knock on the van, the guy literally pisses his pants every time you knock onto the car.
Great,
It's
mate.
as soon as he sees, he's like, oh, it's probably just Tom that fucking it. And then, oh shit, it's Batman! And he fucking trips over, screams, and kicks and shouts.
Dude, I've just remembered like the best thing in this game. The militia have detective mode sensors, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm gonna say? If you
Yeah.
you save him for last, the fellow with the sensor, save him for last. Get up behind him, let him sense you. And he's like, "This thing must be broken. It says he's right behind me." And then you just take him.
He screams as well, doesn't he? He's like, ugh!
He's going home after that. I like to think we frightened them out of a life of crime now.
Oh, even there was one militia interaction I really liked. Wait, I think he was trying to say like it's just business, like nothing personal to Batman. Like he was actually trying to be nice to him. He's like, Batman, you gotta understand it. It's just business. Like this is my job.
Like he's gonna take you down. No,
It's like yeah, okay, you're gonna try and rationalize with Batman. So what I like to do is I like to leave him till last and then break his arm.
yeah. Make him suffer so he knows. Don't come back. Nice.
Do the beat down and then for a little bit, then before you do the final hit, you just quickly grab him and snap his arm in half. I always thought it was weird that in this game, if you broke their arm or leg, it results in them being knocked out.
I don't know.
Would you think it would have been better if they would just like start screaming on the ground?
And let him go. Do you think the Cloud Bear sequence is as cool as the Protocol 10 sequence?
I honestly think in a way it is, because the whole city's fucking covered, and it looks so cool.
Yeah.
From above it does, but then as soon as you go into the Batmobile, like I really couldn't care less.
Yeah, it's just a
But
film
like that,
when you're in the Batmobile.
but that initial thing though, it's like a big fucking deal because like shit, the whole island's covered.
Yeah, it's like, dude, Batman has failed. What?
He actually yes,
No way.
and it's a bit different because I'm like, in Protocol 10, it's a bit like this is just Hugo Strange killing criminals, whereas here this was Scarecrow's like master plan just to terrorize Gotham.
Yeah, this is the villain succeeding.
If it wasn't for Batman reducing the radius, this would have gone everywhere.
This would have been the ending, yeah.
It was just it would have been pack it up. That's done.
That's it. And then Keystone and Metropolis, where Hugo Strange was going to build more Arkham cities. Suddenly the Flash comes in and just wins the Cloud Bear's gas into the stratosphere. We're back.
It's like Gotham's like the only place where you could probably get away with it because you got fucking Flash and Superman.
The cloudburst explodes, but Green Lanterns put a bubble around it, so we're fine.
It's like well, Scarecrow's like, well, I could have tried Metropolis, but that alien freak is there. Keystone's got that.
His breath as he's like tearing it to bits. The shit flies in Gotham, mate, but nowhere else.
Part of me thinks Batman lets it happen for dramatic effect.
Yeah, mate. He does love Zorro, doesn't he? He does love a bit of theatre. Scarecrow's
He's like,
of his life in this game, dude.
but if Batman's like, I can sacrifice this island because no one's on it, and it'll look cool as shit if I beat them. So,
bit of an emotional punch if I let Barbara die.
It wasn't Joker handing her the gun; it was secretly Batman all.
Could have walked away, couldn't he? When she's panicking in the thing, and he's like, "It's me, your friend." What if he'd have just, okay, I'm going.
Yeah, she's like saying, "Get away from me, please."
Batman, just leave. Freeze grenade.
Also, I was confused because I guess unless he's that far gone, it affects detective vision. But she has a skeleton.
Yeah, if it's
although Joker doesn't have a skeleton.
Isn't it? If you go back later, it wasn't Barbara, but it was just a militia.
Was it a militia? I thought it was just a random empty chair.
I think so. I might be getting confused because there is a militia in there at the start with Poison Ivy. But I'm pretty sure if you go back after it's revealed Barbara's alive, the corpse is now just a random soldier. And he was thinking it was a...
Well, how did Scarecrow know what he was seeing? He can't tell. He's not able to tell.
Soldiers as well are like... The soldiers and the Arkham Knight both make reference to the hostage being dead. So, how do they know what Batman's panicking over?
Because if Scarecrow's toxin is that powerful to the point where he can make scenarios in your head, that is overpowered.
Mate, why doesn't he sell it as just a hallucinogen to let you live in your dream world? Wasn't that in Batman Beyond once, actually? Can someone do that with virtual reality in Batman Beyond?
It sounds like... Have you ever seen Spicy City?
No, what's Spicy City?
It's like I think it's 6 episodes or something. Oh, well, let me get the description up. It might be on HBO Max, but it was on binge for me because Australian. It's so fucking good, but it's weird.
Like Tales from the Crypt, but sci-fi.
Yeah, but it's like an adult animated cyberpunk TV show. It's crazy as fuck. But one of them was, I think the first episode was a virtual reality world. And it was crazy, man. It was so good. That show, it barely lasted. But I found it one night randomly, fuck it. Yeah. And I was like, it was worth it. Bit of a random TV show fact.
It wasn't Street.
This is why you come to the Panel Pals.
Oh yeah, mate. For the tangents. It wasn't Shriek, it was Spellbinder. And he had a bunch of teenagers hooked up to virtual reality, letting them live the lives they wanted to live if they did jobs.
We're basically there now, aren't we?
Yeah. With Arkham Shadow, yeah. I get to be
Mate, I saw someone on TikTok, he had... You know how some people have it so you can walk in place when you're playing virtual reality?
Yeah, like a treadmill type of thing.
Yeah, but this guy had an attachment that went on his waist, so he could glide. He could fucking glide.
Fuck off, nice.
The video starts off with him in actually in the air gliding.
That's
and punching and running and shit. That is so cool,
dude.
I want to play it so badly. I can't justify buying it though.
No, I'm not buying a meta quest for one game, dude. It's not enough.
What else is on the meta quest to make it even remotely worth it?
No idea. I hadn't heard of it until Arkham Shadow came out.
Well, it says here on Amazon, Meta Quest 3, 128 gigabytes. And I think it comes with Arkham Shadow.
That's going to be the big one.
But it's 500 Australian dollars.
Cool.
I mean, for like technically it's a console and you're getting a game. So in that sort of context, it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound that bad. You think, okay, the PS5 was like $700.
Yeah.
Sell the other consoles, get that one. Oh, it's so tempting, mate. I might save up. Let's see how long before I give in. Just sell an omnibus or two to make up.
What did you think of the villain roster for the game then, overall?
I think some were like hit or miss. Like I didn't care for fucking Blackfire. I liked Professor Pig. I thought he fitted in really well. Man-Bat was cool. Riddler was just annoying.
Yeah.
Deathstroke was a massive fucking what a disappointment.
Mate.
Who else was there again? Penguin. It's like pretty standard. I think the reoccurring characters were fine, but then the new additions were pretty either lazy or good. Like Blackfire was lazy, but then Professor Pig was sick.
Blackfire's side mission like comes out of nowhere and then gets finished out of nowhere. It's like one.
It's just an excuse for like a challenge like map, isn't it?
Go to the island and beat up some fellas, and that's it.
What would you think about the roster? What do you think about
it? As I've said before, I do think Scarecrow is really cool. So the fact that he like got to take the main role, even though Joker did nick it from him, I did enjoy that. Everyone else though, I've moaned about the lack of boss fights, but all the characters are more or less the same. They're either serial killer or mobster. There's no Poison Ivy fight. There's like not Killer Croc. Penguin and Two-Face are basically interchangeable in that they fight the same way because they're just dudes. Bit of a letdown, yeah. So
Penguin's a mastermind who can take down Nightwing, apparently.
After City having like Ra's al Ghul and Mr. Freeze and like actual cool dudes, so then coming to this and it's just mobsters again.
We need a prequel game where it's like Batman vs. Ra's in the desert.
Absolutely, dude. Another Arkham Origins, like we've been begging for years.
There's so much they can do.
Fights best, and surely they could build. They could finally give us the Killer Moth.
If DC is smart, they have an Assassin's Creed of their own, basically.
Yeah.
Where the Arkham games are so loved, and the formula is so good, and it always works when done right. Suicide Squad. It's like you guys could just make so many games based off his adventures. You got like how many years was this Batman? Like at least 20?
How many years was what?
Arkham Batman? Like how long was he Batman for?
Batman for at least 15, defo.
So you got like 15 years worth of stories. You've only explored 4 fucking nights.
4 nights, yeah, not even 4 adventures. 4 nights.
Yeah. Get him to bloody the desert. Get him to fight. You guys love the Joker, so then have a Joker fight.
You could have Troy Baker's Joker, even if you're using Roger Craig Smith and Troy Baker, because obviously it's not like we can bring Conroy back. Just do more.
I love Roger Craig Smith though.
I think now that he's dead, there needs to be, you know how Gotham has like, they'll have like Deanie Towers and Paulie's Diner.
Yeah, there should be like a Conroy thing.
There should be like a Conroy Memorial Park in Gotham in the comics from now on, I think.
Well, I know that nobody played Gotham Knights, but there was like a George Perez plaque, I think.
Ooh.
And another one. I forgot who it was.
Kevin Conroy needs like a place in Gotham just to like honor all he did.
Yeah, even like I don't know if they have the Batcave, but maybe a trophy could be relating to that.
Oh yeah.
Like a microphone. Like this microphone was from Kevin Conroy's first recording. Like it doesn't. Well, it doesn't have to make. I feel like something like that doesn't need to make sense within the world's logic or lore
That's slowly
because it's a
stuff.
tribute. Like it's like how in Spider-Man the game where like Stan Lee has a statue in context with the in the lore it makes zero sense, but it just works because it's
Yeah.
Stan Lee.
No one's gonna question it. No one's gonna moan about it.
So have like I don't know, have like a statue of him in the Batcave.
Like a bust. He could be the bust. You know, like the Shakespeare
Oh
bust
yeah,
that opens
yeah.
the Batcave. Could have it of Conroy, mate. There you go.
Have this Batman would probably push Robin down instead of having him like use the fire pole.
All-star style.
He literally is all star. The way he treats poor Tim Drake is crazy. Even like he said nothing nice to Tim, but like at least to Dick, he's like, "I'm proud of you, Dick."
He doesn't even tell him that his fiance's just been murdered.
Or you can choose whether you do or not.
Yeah, but like the first time you go back in, he doesn't say
Oh yeah,
Batman's just
and
died. Dies, you
Joker's
go,
like, I thought you were gonna say it.
yeah, you go straight back to the movie studios to check the back computer, and he says Barbara's fine, and he
I
leaves
do
it
like,
grim.
you know, when you're going down. I think it's that mission when you're going down the elevator,
Oh, yeah, and it makes the
and then you
jig.
hear the dun 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 dun, and you turn around, and you see the fucking Joker in the thing.
It's boss. Does this make me want to go back to explore the asylum again?
Yeah, I mean, I wish they did.
You kind of go to Arkham City, but it's in Batman's mind because you're behind the Monarch Theatre again, aren't you?
This is the only, besides, unless you want to count the Scarecrow mission and Asylum, this is the only Arkham game where you can't visit the parents.
Yeah, true. Shame.
Where's the respect? Where's did someone finally clean the chalk off the ground after all these years?
Mate, after Arkham City, Hugo's taunting tape that he leaves. Little
I
shit.
do love that scene though, where he's just talking shit.
Yeah. It's the best Hugo Strange was boss. They took Hugo Strange and made him spectacular, which is why it's so funny that they now can't take someone already kind of cool like Deadshot and just make him shit.
Yeah, even Deadshot wasn't even in this game, was he?
No, but like in
Bit of a
Suicide Squad,
disappointment.
Kill the Justice League, where he's just generic Fortnite character. While back in the day,
Yeah.
Rocksteady could take Hugo Strange and make him one of Batman's best villains.
Yeah, they could have done way more. Even Deathstroke in Origins tonight was embarrassing. I know we mentioned it, but it's just
Oh, you're right.
it's the downgrade. As soon as Paul Dini left, it went to shit.
Yeah, you
It
can
really did.
sense it crumble.
Also, I did hear that I think Paul Dini might have not have written the third act of City, which,
All
if
of
true,
City's great. So even if he
yeah, but
only
it's still
two heads,
like makes sense because I do feel like the third act might be the weakest.
would you say
Out of
from Ra's al Ghul to the end would be the
yeah,
third
like
act?
as soon as Ra's al Ghul's revealed as the plot twist, I think it just goes downhill.
Hmm.
I love climbing up the tower though. That's one of my favorite parts. It's
According
such like
to this Batman game, in the mind of Batman, his ultimate villains are Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, Riddler, and Killer
oh
Croc.
yeah.
And they are Batman's final challenge because that's who Joker tears through in the final sequence of this game.
Do you like that part? What do you think of that part where you like actually kill them?
A bit shit, only because if this is Batman's greatest fear, why are we killing Two-Face and Penguin and not like Robin or Gordon? Gordon does die, to be fair. Not Robin and Nightwing and Batgirl, you know what I mean? If you replaced it so it was the heroes you were gunning down, would have been a bit more like powerful.
But also, like, yes, Batman is the best out of them all. But if you put all their forces together, like Oracle, Robin, Nightwing, and even Red Hood,
Yeah,
in the worst case scenario that Batman lost his mind, would they not be able to do anything about it?
absolutely, mate. But
It's like
again,
that's fucking 4 against 1.
in friggin' Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, apparently they do just that, and Batman takes them all down. It's bullshit. He's still just a dude.
I hate when they forget that. Like when it borders on like like it's an insane amount of
Yeah,
plot armor.
it's
Like not even like that's what I like about Daredevil is he never feels like he's not human.
yeah,
They've always kept him at like a good power level.
yeah. Like he'll lose, he'll get the shit kicked out of him
Like remember
sometimes.
the was it Ikari, that one
Yeah,
villain?
yeah.
He
Try the
properly kicks his ass. If it like he almost dies in the first time he fights him. And I remember that like when he sees him again, he has like proper fear about it. He's like, "Oh shit, this guy actively beats the shit out of me."
Yeah.
And
He
whenever
gets
he fights
that, yeah.
Bullseye as well.
Oh, gotcha.
I
But with it being Batman's fear coming true, him being just watching while the Joker uses his body to kill all of his allies sounds more of a nightmare than, oh no, they killed the mass murderer lunatic Harvey Dent. Oh no, I've just shot down
I
gun
would have also
terrorists.
preferred. I understand it's the show that Joker's in control, but I think for that scene, it would have had a bigger impact if it was Batman shooting people with like
Yeah.
green eyes or something.
Or if you like walk past a mirror and you could see that though we see it as Joker, it's Batman. Because they are begging Batman, aren't they? Gordon
Yeah,
says stop it, and you hear Alfred on the phone telling you, think of all the good you've done and stop this. So you are Batman. For
he
some
doesn't.
reason, you look like Joker.
It's so weird. Like it takes the tension out of the scene. Like it happens in the cutscene at the end with Scarecrow, where it's so weird. And then even like I've said this before, but in the blimp,
Yeah,
where he's like, "Look at me, I'm amazing," and this body. It's like Kevin Conroy should have said that.
yeah, with like a Mark Hamill impression.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like you just have it so I want to see Batman, not Joker, lose his shit. Because it'd be more impactful to see like an actual crazed Dark Knight shooting people.
Absolutely.
Because that's when you go like, shit, it's real and this is going to happen. When it's the Joker, it's like I've seen this before.
Yeah, I've seen the Joker murder men, women, children, friggin' dogs.
Good lord, the baby.
Final thoughts then. Arkham Knight, where do you rank it? And just what you reckon
Unfortunately,
overall.
it's last for me. Last or second last.
Ooh.
I think this it's either Asylum's last or Night, either one. I think
Story.
the story is weak, but the gameplay is and the graphic is perfect. It's
Absolutely.
the
I think you
especially
banged
for Batman, it's so much fun. And for
I
a
think
game that's 10 years nearly, it looks phenomenal.
I think this might be the best looking video game ever made, even today.
It's crazy how well it holds up.
Yeah.
It looks like it looks like it could have came out yesterday. It looks better than the modern games.
Exactly, dude. That's what I mean. It's just the
I don't
effort.
know how they did it.
Game looks beautiful.
It's crazy. I don't understand how it was possible because they even did this on the old gen, which it's
Yeah.
incredible. But I mean, like, yeah, like gameplay amazing.
Yeah, gameplay. You are Batman in this. You can do anything Batman could do to the point where you even driving his car around town. That's cool. It's just the story that was bad, which lets the whole thing down. And I also have to put it last.
It's sad because there's a lot of potential, especially with the concepts they introduced, but they just missed on everything.
Yeah.
Like, even like I was saying earlier, make it so Batman isn't turning into the Joker. It could have just been as simple as, when Scarecrow first hits him with the fear gas.
Yeah.
Make it so that's when you see Joker, because he's literally just a hallucination from the fear gas.
Yeah, and Batman's just worried he's losing his mind. That's it.
And it makes sense, because then when he dives into the cloudburst, of course Joker would get worse. It's like his biggest fear.
Yeah, becoming a monster like Joker.
But he would never But then it just eliminate that whole Jacob's disease.
Oh yeah, ridiculous. Cut that.
Make him fucking team up with people. Why is he so scared?
Yeah. More teamwork.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of the game.
What's the next video game we're gonna look at then?
I believe
finish the Arkham quad.
Shattered Dimensions, probably.
Ooh, with the old web head.
Yeah, old trusty, reliable, mate.
Sick.
When in doubt, Spider-Man out. That's the way to go.
Don't know about you, pal. My version is the Nintendo Wii. So I personally will beat the shit out of Carnage, the Goblin, Dr. Octopus.
Because you gotta actually punch, don't you?
Physically punch them in that version, dude. I will throw a right hook right on Craven's jaw, and that will be for the shit movie.
It always felt like the Noir one fitted the most for that mechanic. Out of all the Spider-Men, I could see him being the only one that would go up close and personal.
The rest are like in the animated series, the rest are just swing kick or just web them from a distance, but Noir.
But especially Vulture, you'd just know you'd want to bash the shit out of him.
Defo, dude.
It's also weird because it's like Vulture died in the comic, but here he's all fine.
I was gonna wait for the video to mention it, but there's a few cock-ups with the story, like
Fancy Dan, wasn't it? Or Montana?
Scorpion 2099 was for this Miguel. Cronstone was Venom, not Scorpion, but for some reason in this he's Scorpion.
One of the I can't remember which enforcer was dead.
Dead, yeah, they're meant to be all dead, but in this they're up and running. Same with Vulture. Same with the Goblin, really. The Goblin dies at the end of Spider-Man Noir. And
he was never that monster thing. He had a scaly sort of flesh underneath, but he wasn't
he wasn't huge. He wasn't the Hulk.
He wasn't Ultimate Green Goblin.
And obviously there is no Hobgoblin 2099 or Doc Ock.
I do though in that mission he's like, "You're more crazy than Flipside."
Flipside, dude, what a reference. But yeah, there's a couple mistakes considering they claim that it's meant to be the canon universes, but we'll get into that next time.
Well, we've been your lovable co-hosts.
Oh yeah,
Skull Ryan and MN Stash. Make sure to watch out. If you see the freaking bat, he's gonna snap your arm in half.
Oh, also, I know Halloween was last week. I know.
I was throwing up all the last week, so as you could imagine.
It's fine.
It was pretty difficult. It wasn't pleasant.
Professor Pig.
It wouldn't have been that entertaining, I don't think. I think Zeb Wells or Comic Hour spikes on the check, who knows.
They are truly a sinister team up.